Thursday Night Football is on Westwood 1.
Flush to his left, now to his right, gets out of trouble, uncorks a deep ball, downfield, into the end zone, a crowd is there, and it is caught! Touchdown! Miraculous!
Tonight, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Back with the snap, looks for the end zone. Touchdown! And that's Pat Fryermuth right over the middle from 8 yards out, and the Steelers are back in it. Oh, the Moose is loose!
And the Cleveland Browns.
Brissett takes the snap, gives it to Chubb, takes it left, takes it outside, got the corner, 10, 5, cut back, touchdown! He's got a hat trick! Take off your hat and throw it out there for Nick Chubb!
Let's head to the stadium and join Ian Eagle and Jason McCourty.
Thank you and welcome to First Energy Stadium on the banks of Lake Erie. AFC North rivals getting set to tangle here in Cleveland in week number 3. I'm Ian Eagle. Scott Graham will join us from our Westwood 1 studios coming up at halftime. And here in the booth, the newest member of our Westwood 1 family, Super Bowl champion, Jason McCourty. Jason, welcome to the world of radio and Thursday Night Football. It is wonderful to have you here.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's nice to be back in an NFL stadium, getting ready, seeing all the guys in pregame warming up. Now, my vantage point is a little different. I'm not on the sideline. I'm up a lot higher, corner of the end zone. My entrance in the stadium was different, so I'm getting used to this side of the game.
After the first quarter, you'll tackle our engineer, so you'll feel right at home. It's all going to work out.
He'll sign a waiver first, so no losses or anything like that.
No legal issues whatsoever.
Fair game.
Well, we've got intrigue here tonight because you've got two teams that are 1-1. They get here in different ways. Cleveland last week, that's about as rough a loss as you could experience in the National Football League. To give up a 13-point lead with 90 seconds left in the game, every metric tells you you win, except they didn't win. So now Cleveland has to deal with that loss to the Jets and turning things around and trying to bounce back here on a short week.
And that's the beauty of it, because you just ended with it. It's a short week. So that film from Sunday, you watch it, but it's brief. You got to get ready. You got to move on. And you got to get on to Pittsburgh. And I think the fact that they're going against a division rivalry, not only do these organizations not like each other, the people of Cleveland, the people of Pittsburgh, they don't even like each other. So everybody's fired up for this matchup. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and then on the other side, you got Cam Hayward in the defensive front, and Miles Jack is a new addition. So run game, run defense is going to be a fun one to see tonight.
What's your evaluation of Pittsburgh after 2 weeks? They had that wild overtime victory over Cincinnati last week against New England. Never really got their offense in gear. They lose a tight one to the Patriots. They're 1-1. They're dealing with a lot of question marks swirling, mostly about their offense and lack of big plays.
Yeah, everybody wants to see, is it going to be Kenny Pickett, or are they going to stick with Mitch Trubisky? But this Pittsburgh football team looks kind of what we thought going into the season. They had a really good defensive front. They have guys on that team, Minka Fitzpatrick in the back end, who can make plays. And you saw that in week 1. A ton of turnovers, a pick 6, creating so many opportunities, but the offense has been stagnant. So you want to see some of that start to change tonight, because I think for Mitch Trubisky, if it doesn't start to change, we may see Kenny Pickett before we know it.
Offensive line question marks coming into the season. They're still there. And the running game. Last year, they never really got it going. Najee Harris had a great season individually, but collectively, there was never the kind of pop that you normally associate with the Steelers' rushing offense. Is that an area where they can focus in on and change some things, make some adjustments, and maybe pound the ball a bit tonight?
Without a doubt, their center, Mason Cole, said this week, we have to figure out what our identity is going to be on offense. And you just said it. Their identity has to be surrounded around Najee Harris. That's the way this team is built. Run the ball and play good defense. And they haven't been able to get that going. So for them, you want to establish identity. You want to figure out who you are. Go out there, be physical, move some people around, and get Najee Harris into the open field.
The Browns have stopped teams on the ground through the first 2 weeks, allowing just 73.5 yards rushing per game in the first 2 games of the season. Stay with us. We're working our way towards the opening kickoff between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This is Westwood 1's coverage of the National Football League.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show, live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
Serving you, the most dedicated and passionate fan base in sports, the college football fan. Start your day with Dusty and Danny at 7 Eastern.
I'm fired up, man. Can't wait.
Then take a full ride with Coach and the Show Pony.
And is there anything more profound than what we get to do as Americans on Saturdays in the fall?
College Sports Today's cast of characters take over at noon.
There's a rundown, and then there's what happens on the show.
Then go off campus until 7. ESPNU Radio, Sirius XM 84, and the SXM app.
Hi everybody, Christopher Mad Dog Russo here. Familiar? You should be. Well, now you can catch Mad Dog's Daily Bite each day as a podcast, where you'll hear my thoughts and opinions on the biggest topics around the world of sports. NFL, baseball, golf, NBA, even hockey. That you know you can count on. That's Mad Dog's Daily Bite. Drops daily anywhere you get your podcasts. And you can also hear me weekdays 3 to 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Unleashed, Sirius XM Channel 82, or anytime on the SXM app.
Touchdown!
NFL fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SXM app. Just search for your favorite team on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra content from select clubs, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SXM app. Download it and search for your team today.
Back in Cleveland, the announcement of the starting lineups happening right now. The lights are off. The fans are getting ready for the Steelers and the Browns. Last year, Pittsburgh swept the Cleveland Browns, and the Steelers trying to bounce back after their 17-14 loss to New England last week. All right, Jason, it's time for the keys to the game. Let's start with the Steelers, the road team here. We talked about the short week for Cleveland. Same scenario for Pittsburgh, trying to get rid of those memories of the New England loss on Sunday.
Yes, Cleveland's going to come in here and they're going to want to run the ball. So it's going to be important for Pittsburgh to penetrate and get vertical up front. Cleveland's going to want to wash guys down, pull guards, and get around on the edge and create angles in the run game. So for that Pittsburgh defense, get upfield, penetrate, and be able to stop the run in the backfield. And on the offensive side of the ball, take some shots down the field. We talked about getting Najee Harris going. One way you can do that, loosen up the defense. For Mitch Trubisky, it's not just about making the right decision or the safe decision. Take a chance every now and then to loosen up that Browns defense so Najee can have some space up front.
And one note on that Pittsburgh defense, 7 sacks week 1 against Cincinnati. They were shut out.
Yes.
No sacks last week against New England. This is a team that's led the NFL in that category 5 straight years. All right, let's flip it. The Cleveland Browns. You're Kevin Stefanski. How do you get this team ready after that devastating loss last weekend?
Unlike Pittsburgh, Cleveland knows their identity on offense, and it starts with Nick Chubb. Get the ball in his hands, but not just handing the ball up to him, going right up the middle. Get him going on the outside. Pittsburgh's defense has struggled in that area, giving up 5.8 yards per carry when the ball is handed off outside the tackles. So get Chubb on the outside. And then for the Cleveland on defense, they have to be prepared for some tempo from this Pittsburgh offense. They've struggled with communication in the past 2 weeks. Pittsburgh has had success when they get up tempo and get the offense going, so I would expect them to do some of that tonight.
Offense not a problem last week against the Jets. They had 405 yards, but they allowed 402 to New York, and Joe Flacco had his way, over 300 yards passing and 4 touchdowns in that New York victory. Opening kickoff is coming up from Cleveland. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood 1.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with promo code Thursday. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code Thursday for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
NFL Plus is here, which means no matter where you are, this is how you football. You can stream live, local, and primetime regular season games on your phone or tablet. 45-minute game replays and more.
That's how you do it right there.
This is the NFL for every fan. This is football freedom. This is your game on the go. Wherever you are, this is how you football. Go to plus.nfl.com/radio and start your free trial of NFL Plus today. Terms and conditions apply.
Bundling car and renter's insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? Look for the signs. Chances are they live in a home and have a car. They use money and enjoy having more of it. They probably drink lots of lemonade. Lemonade. And they've probably said something suspicious like, "I'm bundling with Geico," or "Stop spying on me with those binoculars." If so, you may want to ask them how easy it was to bundle with Geico. Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
Is there a calculator that can't compute in your kitchen drawer? Recycle it at Staples. A shredder that won't shred under your bed? Or a collection of cables cluttering up your closet? Recycle them now at Staples. With Staples Free Tech Take Back, we'll recycle your old tech free. Plus, rewards members get $5 back in rewards. So if you have modems, mice, and mobile phones making a mess of your home, recycle them now at Staples. Limit 1 reward per month. Redeemable in-store only. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/recycling for details.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Football on Westwood 1. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle.
The Steelers start at the Cleveland 40-yard line. Second turnover for the Browns. Play action fake. Ben wants to go deep. And he does. He airs it out down the field. The pass. End zone touchdown. It's caught by Santonio Holmes. He had double coverage and he beat them both. Jones and Poole, the two safeties, had no chance to defend that 40-yard bomb.
Bill Hillgrove with the call on 102.5 WDVE and the Steelers radio network. Big Ben Roethlisberger going deep to Santonio Holmes. The Steelers with a 34-7 rout of the Browns, week 1 of the 2007 season. So tonight marks the 139th all-time regular season meeting between these two teams. What was so special about that game 15 years ago? It was win number 1 in the coaching career of Mike Tomlin. Since that first victory, Tomlin has 154 more regular season wins. He's never had a losing season. He's led the Steelers to the postseason 10 times, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and earned the victory in Super Bowl 43. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle. Over 31,000 businesses have the confidence they need because of NetSuite. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for a one-of-a-kind, flexible financing offer. That's netsuite.com/touchdown. Countdown to kickoff continues. Coin flip at midfield. The captains meeting at the 50-yard line. Clay Martin, 5th year as a referee, doing the honors here in Cleveland. The Steelers, they got that traditional look with the white tops and the gold pants with the black along the side. Cleveland has won the toss. They will receive. The Browns They're going with their home brown tops and the orange pants with white trim. You mentioned it, Jason. If you're a part of this rivalry, you feel it because of the proximity of Pittsburgh and Cleveland, because of the history between the two franchises, the fact that the Steelers have dominated for so long. The Cleveland Browns fans, they circle it on the schedule twice every year.
Without a doubt. And then you couple that with the fact that it's Thursday night, it's prime time. Everybody just got off work, headed to the stadium, and they're ready for some Cleveland Browns football tonight. This is the atmosphere. Bill Belichick always used to say, you like football and you like to compete, this is where you want to be. So I'm fired up to be here, Ian.
Yeah, I'm with you. Browns very easily could have been 2-0. They very easily could have been 0-2. They enter action at 1-1. They were trying to start 2-0 for the first time since 1993, but that loss to the Jets sent them to 1-1. Teams had won 2,229 consecutive games in the NFL when leading by at least 13 points in the final 2 minutes of action. Chris Boswell puts the ball on the tee. Jerome Ford is the deep man for Cleveland. The Steelers will kick it off from right to left. Ford 4 yards deep. We're underway. Foot into the ball and over through the back of the end zone out to the 25-yard line for Cleveland. Jacoby Brissett. We haven't talked a whole lot about him. Obviously, he's the guy right now for the Browns. You've watched him for a couple of weeks. Where do things stand with him in the offense right now?
Jacoby's a leader. I got a chance to play with him last year in Miami. He's a guy, the moment's never too big. Whatever the circumstances are, he's going to go in there and he's going to lead his group, and he's going to make the correct decisions.
Jason, they open up with 6 offensive linemen. Extra offensive linemen is Michael Dunn. Nick Chubb coming off a 3-touchdown performance by himself in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 25 along the left hash. First play from scrimmage for Cleveland. Brissett on a give. Chubb going up the middle. Veers to his left. And he's chopped down after a gain of 2. Terrell Edmonds gets in there to make the play for Pittsburgh.
There was only one receiver split out wide right there. Everybody else was inside the numbers. Cleveland just wanting to set the tempo. You guys know we're going to run the ball. We know we're going to run the ball. We're going to try to see what we can do, and we're going to try to impose our will on you from the first play of the game.
Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, he's also the play caller. 5 defensive backs. Chubb again by himself in the backfield. They go with the traditional alignment of 5 offensive linemen. Brissett under center. Handoff. Chubb, he's got a running lane to the 30. Chubb tripped up across the 35. That could have been a huge gain if he got through that final attempt. Batonio with a key block. It's a 12-yard rip for Nick Chubb.
Big guys moving, big guys up front. Nick Chubb goes right up the middle, a hole big enough to drive a Mack truck to. It had to be Minka Fitzpatrick wide open in the open field, being able to get him down.
Across the line, Wills, Batonio, Posick, Teller, and Conklin finally back from the knee surgery. Shotgun formation on 1st down. Brissett steps up in the pocket. Brissett tries to get rid of it at the last moment. It's incomplete. He dumped it at the feet of a tight end. Larry Ogunjobi, the former Brown, nearly had the sack at 2nd down and 10.
You said it, the former Brown right there just bull rushes and runs over the offensive lineman in front of him and is able to create pressure. And you said last week they weren't able to come away with a sack. Early on, they're disrupting the pass rush, and they're disrupting Jacoby Brissett, being able to slow him down.
Harrison Bryant was the intended receiver on the play. 2nd down and 10 from the 39. 4 receivers set. Dime package here for Pittsburgh. Brissett dumps it to the right side. Caught by Cooper and nothing there. No gain on the play. There were 3 Steelers in the area, led by Cameron Sutton. They read it perfectly.
This is something Cleveland doesn't like to be in, 3rd and long. They want to be in those manageable situations, and that's why they like running the ball so much on 1st and 2nd down.
Kareem Hunt now steps in, but will set up in the slot to the left. They'll go empty here on 3rd and 10 from the gun. Brissett, protection holds up. He steps, he throws, it's knocked away at the last moment. He tried to fire it in to Peoples-Jones, and Levi Wallace gets a piece, and the Steelers defense gets off the field.
The Steelers defense sat back in zone right there, but the DBs do a great job of reading the quarterback. Levi Wallace has his eyes on Jacoby Brissett, and as soon as that front hand comes off the ball, he's able to dive and break the pass up with his left hand on outstretch and doesn't allow that pass to get into Peoples-Jones.
So this drive stalls. It'll be a punt here for Bojorquez. Olszewski is the deep man. He had that terrible muff last week that led to a touchdown for New England. Bojorquez puts it high in the air, ranging to his right. It's over the head and into the end zone. So Olszewski never even got a chance to return it because Bojorquez boomed it for 61 yards, but a net of 41. Steelers will have the football. 13 minutes to play in this opening quarter. No score. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show. Live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
Premier League Mornings is on NBC, USA and Peacock. It's more than a club crest. It's the air we breathe.
Experience the anxious electricity, the emotional energy.
It's devastation.
Utter humiliation.
And glory.
And that is what champions do!
It's more than a game.
Oh, wow!
It's life. Premier League Mornings, all season long on NBC, USA and Peacock.
September is National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. There will be 250,000 cases of prostate cancer in the U.S. this year, but cases detected early will have more treatment options, the fewest side effects, and the best outcomes. Men, if you're 40 or older, ask your doctor about getting a PSA screening for prostate cancer. It's a simple blood test. For more information, visit fansforthecure.org. That's fansforthecure.org.
From sea to shining sea, no one covers MLS like SiriusXM FC. From the Big Apple.
Messi on his feet, and he shoots and scores! New York City in the lead!
To the Wild West.
Chicharito, 2-0 Galaxy!
Miami Beach.
Higuain fired Miami into the lead!
To the Canadian Tundra.
Jonathan Osorio! It's 1-0 for Toronto FC!
Listen to your favorite MLS team all season long on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SXM app.
Broadcast booth at First Energy Stadium at work. You make all the game-changing calls, and Grainger is always ready to help execute with 24/7 customer service and supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click, or stop by Grainger today. Steelers have possession for the first time tonight. Double tight end set with Freiermuth and Gentry, two receivers, Claypool and Johnson. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Pittsburgh. Trubisky under center. Take the running play, bootleg to the right. Trubisky trying to break away. He does. Trubisky throws on the move and hits his man across the 30-yard line. Deontay Johnson goes down to get it, rolls towards the sideline. 12 yards and a first down.
I love this first play. Let's get Trubisky comfortable. Bootleg, he's rolling out to the right side, to his right hand, his strong hand, passing hand, and Deontay Johnson makes a diving catch, getting his knee down on the sideline. Get him comfortable, get him going.
Johnson, 10 targets last week, but he's only averaging 8.6 yards per catch. On a first down, out at the 33-yard line. Steelers on the move. Handoff, Harris, stutter step move, and he runs directly into the front for a gain of 2. Anthony Walker Jr. with the stop. Across that line, Moore, Dotson, Cole, Daniels, and Okorafor. The running back, Najee Harris, defensively up front, no Jadeveon Clowney. He's out because of an ankle injury, so Alex Wright steps in for him. Brian Elliott, Garrett are there. Taki, Walker, and Owusu Koromoa. The linebackers, Newsom, Delpit, Johnson, and Ward in the secondary. 2nd down and 8. Trubisky on the give. It's Harris again. This time he carries a defender with him for a gain of 3 going up the gut. Owusu Koromoa combining with Taki. That is a lot of syllables.
100%. They're trying to get Najee Harris going after starting off with a pass play. But this Browns defense, they're stifling. They're going to force them to have to do something with Mitch Trubisky and that quarterback to let the ball go.
Nickel package here. Trubisky out of the gun. Timing route down the right sideline. It is popped up in the air. Incomplete. Deontay Johnson against Denzel Ward. Ward had a tough day last Sunday against the Jets. He comes up big defensively as they tried to challenge him on the perimeter.
One-on-one, your best receiver versus my best corner. Denzel Ward, talk about this week. Hey, it wasn't my fault. The long play last week. First third down of the game, they go at him, and he's able to get his head around and get a hand up at the last second to make sure Deontay Johnson can't hold on to the ball.
Second-year punter Presley Harvin will kick it away. The snap high in the air. Chester Rogers just called up from the practice squad is deep in a crowd. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in cleanly at the 23-yard line along the left hash. So that's where Cleveland will take over after the 39-yard boot. 11:04 remaining in this opening quarter. No score. The Steelers and the Browns. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Introducing Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream, paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This new non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience.
Barbasol. Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi, if I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? They may drop little hints like,
beautiful day out. Even more beautiful since we saved by bundling our home and car insurance with Geico.
Or,
yard work is hard. Much harder than bundling with Geico, which was easy.
Or it may be even subtler, like,
speaking of burgers, we bundled our home and car insurance with Geico and saved a bunch of money.
Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
Charging a cell phone can be like getting a booster shot. A booster is given to enhance or restore protection after a primary series vaccination, which wanes over time. Schedule an appointment when you are eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
This season, for the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast streamed live for free. Thursdays, Mondays, Sunday nights, the international games, holiday triple headers, and every postseason game. Catch all of the action on the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. All right, Jason, something that everybody that follows the Browns knows, they can run the football. They did it effectively. First 3 downs of their opening possession, then they threw it. 3 consecutive plays, all incompletions. So the Browns, we'll see how they approach the second possession here with Kareem Hunt in there along with Chubb. Hunt's the motion man to the near side. Line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line of Cleveland, moving from left to right. Handoff, Chubb to the left. The Steelers are ready, and he's wrapped up immediately. Alex Highsmith was shot out of a cannon. It's a gain of 1.
The Steelers coming with a run blitz right there. You'll see they bring the DB off the edge. Mollett comes, and they're shooting gaps, and they're able to stop the run right away. I think they're listening to you. They hear you say, hey, they got to get back to the run, and they were expecting that on first down.
You know, if they're willing to pay my fee, I'd be more than happy to consult. Second down and a short 9. 4 receivers set. Brissett will throw it to the near side. Caught by Hunt. Tries to make a move upfield. Won't go down on first contact, but the second tackler comes in and brings him down after a gain of 3. Miles Jack, who has fit in very nicely for this Pittsburgh defense. He tied a career high last week with 13 tackles.
An RPO look right there. You got Kareem Hunt in the slot to the right. You're faking the handoff to Nick Chubb going across. and Jacoby's throwing a little screen out to the right to Kareem Hunt, but give the corner credit, Witherspoon, who's able to read it and stop the play right there.
It's a 3-receiver set. They will have all of them set up to the left with Cooper, Schwartz, and Peoples-Jones. They'll go empty, a jump, movement. They didn't snap the ball. Brissett waiting, and now a flag comes down at the 25-yard line on the far side. It was Highsmith.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
You might be able to hear the wind in the microphone of Clay Martin, and his jersey is absolutely flopping in the wind right now. Highsmith tried to get the advantage on the jump.
Third down penalties will kill you. It goes from 3rd and 7 now to 3rd and 2, and it changes the whole options of what the offense can do. Now they can hand the ball off and easily pick up a first down here.
3rd and short. Brissett, shotgun. Hunt sets up to his right. Brissett with a long count. Brissett looking to throw it. Steps up in the pocket. Brissett is sacked. Back of the 23. Ogunjobi. Right up the middle for a loss of 9, and the Steelers defense delivers.
Ogunjobi trying to show, hey, you guys should have kept me here. You should have paid me. But what Cleveland's trying to do right here, Kareem Hunt is aligned to the right side of Jacoby, and on the snap of the ball comes behind him, trying to sneak out the back door to the left. The Browns were expecting man-to-man, but Pittsburgh was in zone, and they were ready for it, which forces Jacoby to hold on to the ball for a second and allows that Pittsburgh defensive front to get home and get the sack.
Another punt from Bajorquez, standing at his own 9-yard line. He's a left-footed punter. Puts it up, and it's off the side of his foot, angling right around midfield. That ball may have been tipped as he went through his follow-through with that left foot. Steelers are going to have excellent field position. That's a 25-yard punt. And Pittsburgh got some penetration from Killebrew. Wow, an early turn here, Jason, with Pittsburgh taking over.
An early turn and a punt where you get a ricochet. You cannot have that early on in the game. You can't have guys flying through there, shoving their guys into your punter. Injuries happen, and a short punt like this is going to give Pittsburgh a short field, getting the ball right around midfield.
Also, you mentioned it, 3rd and short. They could have run the football. Again, they tried to pass it, maybe trying to catch the Steelers off balance, but it didn't work. This season, you can watch Thursday Night Football exclusively on Prime Video. All the best players, all the best teams, all in one place. It's a new era of Thursday Night Football. Watch it only on Prime Video. It was Killebrew who got a piece of that. So the special teams setting up the Steelers offense in Cleveland territory to open this drive with Gentry and Connor Hayward in there. 2 tight ends, motion man Claypool from left to right from the 48-yard line of Cleveland. Trubisky on a handoff. Harris has got a running lane. Stiff arm to the left. Harris falls forward across the 40-yard line, very close to first down yardage. Got a good block from James Daniels on that play, and that's a strong run on first down.
Najee Harris just runs angry. He comes through the left side right there, and he's using his left hand, his offhand, and he's just trying to throw guys off of him. And he gets to that second level, and he's able to use his leg and drive about 3 guys to pick up a few extra yards.
And it is enough for a first down, so they'll move the chains after the 10-yard pickup. They're trying to get Najee Harris going. Had a fantastic rookie season. Give it to him again. Shake and bake move to spin up the middle, and he's brought down just inside the 35-yard line to the left of the hash. Russo, Koromora, and Walker collaborate. Gain of 4.
Right here, we used to call this the fringe area of the field for this Pittsburgh offense. This is where you sometimes see some shots into the end zone. The closer you get to that goal line, the harder it is to be able to get behind the defense. So look for them maybe here to take a shot at the end zone.
2nd down and 6 with 7:25 to go in this first quarter. Steelers and Browns are scoreless. Harris in the backfield, shotgun. Trubisky, quick hitter to the right, and the catch is made. George Pickens is tackled immediately. Martin Emerson was the first man there. They're trying to get Pickens out in space, and it's a loss on the play.
Yes, throwing the ball out to the right, a wide receiver screen. Exact opposite of what I just said about taking a shot. They try to get a screen going, tackles him behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to back up this Cleveland Browns defense because they're playing and they're coming after them.
A loss of 2. 3rd down and 8. They go empty. Trubisky in the pocket, flushed up, throws on the move. He hits his man at the 35-yard line. Harris tries a spin move, and Harris is tackled along the far sideline. Grant Delpit stuck with the play, and they limit Harris to 4 yards. Some jawing back and forth. Pressure coming from Anthony Walker Jr. Field goal unit comes on.
There's no fear in this Cleveland Browns defense right now. They're up there. They're coming after him. Like you just said, Anthony Walker Jr. comes off the left edge and forces Trubisky to throw the ball before anybody can get beyond the first down marker. Good job by Trubisky there, though. You don't have the time. Dump it off to Najee Harris on the right side in the flat and give him a chance to break a tackle and possibly pick up the first down.
Jason, the wind is absolutely a factor here. Boswell on a 50-yard attempt, leans into it. Boswell's kick, corkscrews to the right, no good. It looked like it was heading straight through the uprights, and then at the last moment, a curve to the right, and I'm sure the wind played a role. So, no points to show for the Pittsburgh opening on Cleveland's side of the field. We remain scoreless with 5:55 to go in this first quarter. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with promo code Thursday. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code Thursday for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Hey, football fans, don't miss your local games or that last-second field goal. All you need is an antenna hooked up to your TV, and you can see live football for free. That's right, free. No subscription, no fees, no credit card info required, just your TV and an antenna. And then live sports news and other popular shows are yours for free. Go to thefreetvproject.org. That's thefreetvproject.org to get started. Thefreetvproject.org. Antennas up, game on. Furnished by EW Scripts.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last flow of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you, with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on Fox. Sunday, the Green Bay Packers meet the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on Fox. An Eagle Super Bowl champion, Jason McCourty, the rest of our Westwood One crew. You and I felt the wind coming over here. We didn't know if it was going to continue to be an issue. It's going to be an issue,
It's going to be an issue, that's for sure.
And the Steelers come up empty. 50-yard field goal attempt that moved to the right on Boswell. So, Browns take over, 1st and 10 at the 40. It's a running play to the left. Nick Chubb crosses the line of scrimmage and then gets driven backwards. Forward progress will get him a yard. Cameron Hayward, the perennial Pro Bowler, there to greet him.
Trying to get Nick Chubb going to the outside. But whoa, hey, Cleveland here, they're going a little bit tempo with the offensive side of the ball for them.
No huddle here. Brissett, shotgun, looks to his left, throws it offline, incomplete. He was looking for Chubb, but coverage there from Alex Highsmith, the linebacker, may have changed the plan for Brissett. And Cleveland now facing a 3rd down and 9.
Cleveland has to stick with what they do. Stick to the run game. Keep going to it. Going no huddle, splitting Nick Chubb out to run an out-breaking route, and Jacoby's trying to hit him, but that's not really the strength of their offense.
They're going to spread it here with a 5-receiver look on 3rd and 9 from the 41. Shotgun here for Brissett. Long count. Here comes the rush. Brissett steps up. He delivers in stride. Catch is made. Njoku. And he's brought down at midfield. Right at the line to gain. The tight end matched up with Levi Wallace. Good for 9 yards. And they're going to spot it just short of the 50.
Njoku on the left side of the field just runs a crossing route, trying to run away from the DB, is able to make the catch, but 4th and short.
So the Browns are going to go for it. Brissett's got a big body. He forces his way in there, and he's got a first down. Needed inches, picked up 2 yards. Jacoby Brissett is 6'4", 235 pounds, 7th year. He's played with New England, with Indianapolis, with Miami, signed a 1-year, $4.65 million deal in the offseason with Cleveland.
Last year in Miami, Jacoby was a 4th, 3rd and inches specialist. He would come in for Tua, and he'd go on there, QB sneak. I love to see it. Too many shotgun run plays. It's 3rd and short. Get the quarterback up there and get the first down.
So, new set of downs for the Browns to work with. Under 4.5 to go in this opening quarter. Cleveland now operating on Pittsburgh's side of the field from the 49. It's a handoff. Chubb to the right, makes a hard cut. Chubb to the 40. Chubb to the outside, cuts it inside 30, 25, 20. He's still going. Finally brought down inside the 15. Key block from Jack Conklin. It's a 35-yard run for Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb to the right side of the field. He's able to break through the line of scrimmage, and then he squares up the free safety one-on-one, and that's where he's at his best. He's able to cut back to the left, make him miss a tackle, and then drag about 2 or 3 guys before he finally stumbles down. Nick Chubb on the outside, give him the ball. He's going to get the yards.
First down for the Browns, knocking on the door at the 12-yard line. Handoff. Chubb tries a jump cut. The Steelers were ready for him, and he picks up 1 yard, angling to the right. Kello Witherspoon in run support for Pittsburgh makes the stop.
Nick Chubb is just such a special runner. His ability to break to the outside, but then his speed. He's a big guy. We've seen his offseason workouts, him squatting what looks like 1,000 pounds. We saw on that last play of him making guys miss and carrying and jumping over guys going for those little ankle-biting tackles.
Kareem Hunt comes in to spell Chubb. 2nd and 9 with 3 minutes to go here in the first. Cleveland driving from the 11. Brissett rifles over the middle. Caught! Touchdown! Amari Cooper! That was a dime from Jacoby Brissett. And the Browns strike first.
Amari Cooper lines up in the slot right there to the left and just runs a simple slant play. Way too easy of a play if you're the Pittsburgh defense. Cooper, their best receiver. We can't allow him to line up in the red zone and run a simple slant play. Give Jacoby credit. He sees it. He recognizes it. He gets the ball out on time. He hits Cooper right in his gut. A walk-in touchdown, basically untouched.
Cooper had 9 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown last week. His 26th career 100-yard game. Extra point is good from the rookie, Cade York. And fans give him a standing ovation after the missed extra point last week against the Jets. The Browns go 7 plays, 60 yards. It took 3 minutes and 1 second. Cooper on the receiving end, and it's a 7-0 lead for Cleveland. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
When you open up a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, you're opening up more than just doors. You're unlocking potential. The potential to do your own thing, be your own boss, and steer your own success. Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van owners live, work, and play out their dreams, no matter how far off the beaten path it takes them. Because they know there's nothing like taking your own route and reawakening that spirit of adventure that lies within all of us. With 16 body types, your choice of a gas or diesel engine, and thousands of ways to customize, a Sprinter van is capable and versatile enough to help drive your ambitions, wherever you want to take them. So go ahead. Now's the time. Unlock your potential inside a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
Other banks go out of their way to make redeeming credit card rewards needlessly complicated, like how they require minimums or force you to use your rewards before reaching some arbitrary expiration date. But Discover isn't like that. With Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time, so you'll never have to jump through hoops. Unless you're like a trapezist, then by all means, go right ahead. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
But now let's check the drive summary, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices, excellent customer service from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Well, we mentioned it, 7 plays, 60 yards. The key play on the drive, Nick Chubb goes for 35 yards. He took it to the Pittsburgh 12. They also had a 4th down quarterback sneak. Needed a couple of inches. They got 2 yards.
Yes, Nick Chubb doing Nick Chubb things, taking the ball down and making guys miss in the open field. You expect it, but it's still beauty to watch.
Cade York, the kickoff man for Cleveland. He booms it through the back of the end zone, and Pittsburgh will have it at the 25-yard line. Mitch Trubisky, this is a hometown game for him. Mentor, Ohio. Trubisky signed during the offseason for the Pittsburgh Steelers after a year as a backup with the Buffalo Bills. Learned a great deal in Buffalo from Josh Allen and Brian Dable. He's trying to transfer it to on-the-field performance here for Pittsburgh. Jaylen Warren is in. This is something Mike Tomlin wants to do. Najee Harris has been dealing with foot issues, so Warren, the undrafted rookie free agent out of Oklahoma State, will get an opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Trubisky faked the handoff. He floats it. Catch is made by Warren. Cuts it upfield to the 25 and hit from behind for a gain of 3 on the play. That's the Steelers' offense in a nutshell. Everything is underneath, and Jason, there's just not a whole lot of looking downfield for big plays.
Not at all. I mean, screenplay right there. Warren gets the ball off to the right side, but they're not even looking for it, and I think that's what everybody is hoping and wishing for.
So Trubisky is 4 of 5, but it's for 18 yards. Mitch Trubisky is averaging only 5.1 yards per attempt on the young season. 2nd down and 7. Trubisky moving pocket to the left. He throws on the move. Catch and curl by Johnson. Takes it upfield. He's got a 1st down. Out across the 35. Brought down by Denzel Ward. The number 4 overall pick in 2018. Signed a big contract during the offseason. 5 years, $100 million. That was a 10-yard pickup. They'll work quickly here. Shotgun for Trubisky. Handoff, Warren running up the middle towards the left, and Warren is tackled out across the 45 by Isaac Rochelle, who was just called up from the practice squad, combining with Jacob Phillips.
Now seeing a little tempo from this Pittsburgh offense, trying to get things going and keep the defense on their heels.
7-yard gain on 1st down. Trubisky gets out of the pocket, throws, looks, deep ball down the right side. It is hauled in. Oh, what a catch! George Pickens in a matchup with Emerson, rookie against rookie, and Pickens picks it out of the air.
We talked about taking that shot. That was a double move. Pickens makes an incredible one-hand snag while falling to the ground. And he got away with a little shove right there, but still the catch was incredible. A glimpse of what this guy can do.
Was that Beckham-esque?
It really was. Diving, reaching out. You need a big paw to be able to bring that ball in.
Handoff to Jaylen Warren. He zigzags across the 15-yard line for a gain of 5. So that was a 36-yard reception. We know what Pickens did during the preseason. We've been waiting to see it here in the regular season. We have. 2nd down and 4. Dwindling down in this opening quarter. Handoff to the right. Jaylen Warren is a physical runner, and he just dished out some punishment on the defender. Jacob Phillips there to make the stop, but Warren takes it for 8. It's first and goal with 20 seconds to go here in the first.
To hit on that catch by George Pickens, he said this week, when he's out there, as soon as he goes vertical, 99% of the chance he's open. Yeah. Mr. Trubisky found him, and he wasn't open, but he still made an incredible catch, so it was well worth it.
Jason, he doesn't lack confidence.
Does not lack confidence at all. I guess if I could catch the ball like that, I wouldn't lack confidence either.
No doubt. It'll be first and goal for the Steelers as time has run out at the end of the first quarter. The Browns and the Steelers battling Cleveland up 7-0 on Pittsburgh. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Have you ever noticed that when the afternoon light hits your floors, you can see everything, including dust?
So much dust.
And that floor dust gets kicked up into the air, compromising the quality of air you and your family breathe. Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper is the fast and easy way to clean your floors, with ultra-thick pads that trap and lock dust before it gets in the air. Just a couple minutes a day,
and dust is gone.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper. Proud partner of the American Lung Association.
At CDW, we get the right network makes remote locations seem less remote.
Great, because my data is lagging out here.
CDW can orchestrate the Aruba Edge Services platform, bringing computing closer to where data is created. It automates, unifies, and secures the edge, fixing problems before they impact your business, giving your network a sixth sense. Someone at the door?
Just a moose. He works here.
Aruba and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Aruba.
O'Reilly. See the road ahead more clearly with Sylvania Bulbs and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, purchase select Sylvania bulbs and get a $15 gift card after mail-in rebate, plus receive double O-Rewards points. Replace your bulbs today and see better tonight. Let the professional parts people help you find the bulbs you need. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. Our thoughts are like the ocean.
Our thoughts are like the ocean.
Our thoughts create our reality.
Our thoughts create our reality.
We're thinking Geico offers claim service 24/7 with personalized attention from an assigned team.
Geico offers claim service? I wasn't thinking that.
We think it and it becomes our reality.
So, what about washboard abs?
Just give it a go. Think really hard.
Okay, abs.
Yep, keep thinking.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
Welcome back to First Energy Stadium along with Jason McCourty. I'm Ian Eagle. Our score after 15 minutes of play. The Browns 7, the Steelers nothing. The start of the second quarter sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Pittsburgh Steelers offense has now failed to score a first quarter touchdown in their last 11 regular season games going back to last season. They had a first quarter touchdown on a pick six by Minkah Fitzpatrick, but that doesn't count for the offense. But they are knocking on the door here to start the second.
Knocking on the door after an amazing catch by George Pickens, a one-hand catch at that. Pittsburgh right here, 1st and 5 from the 5. I expect him to hand the ball off to Najee Harris and see if he can pull drives him into the end zone.
Harris sets up in the backfield. First and goal at the 5. They'll have a shift now with Watt, strong side right. Shotgun, Trubisky. Handoff. Harris running to his left. Harris breaks away first wave and takes it in for the touchdown. Penalty marker on the play. Najee Harris just tossed Johnson to the side, and the officials will meet to discuss.
Offside. Defense number 21 lining up in the neutral zone. Penalty's been declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Put 6 on the board for Najee Harris, just as you discussed, Jason. Do what you do, and Najee Harris gets the call.
You said it nicely. Toss him to the side. He first gives a beautiful stiff arm with the right hand and then lowers his shoulder on John Johnson and says, please excuse me, move out of the way. I have reservations for 6 as he finds his way in the end zone.
Yeah, we have your table right here, sir, because he tossed 3 people off to the side on the one play. Boswell connects on the extra point, and Pittsburgh goes right down the field. Start of the second quarter. Let's check the drive summary furnished by EW Scripps. You are just a TV antenna away from live professional football for free. Antennas up, game on. Catch your favorite games and shows for free. Go to thefreetvproject.org for more information. 7 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 59 seconds, highlighted by a brilliant one-handed catch by Pickens, 36 yards, and then capped off by the 5-yard highlight run of Najee Harris.
You talk about building identity. Najee Harris finishing off the run, stiff-arming 2 people out of the way, dragging people, throwing people out of the way to get into the end zone, and then George Pickens, arm fully stretched out, pulling the ball in with just his right arm. That's Pittsburgh Steelers football. Having receivers on the outside that can make plays, but having a running back in the backfield that can cause damage. Those 2 plays signify what Pittsburgh wants to be on the offensive side of the ball.
Pickens was talking about it this week, and the frustration was there. He just wants attempts. He wants targets. Shorter kick there on the kickoff. David Bell, one of the up men, it glances off his hands along the right side, and the Browns recover and cross the 20-yard line on the play. Jameer Jones makes the tackle on special teams. A reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner each and every Sunday on NFL Game Day morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. You think they're going to be rolling in the Odell Beckham comparison with Pickens quite a bit?
It's probably already on social media.
Yeah.
They have it side by side. Odell Beckham's catch, now George Pickens' catch. Which one do you like better?
Yeah. Good Morning Football will feature that tomorrow morning. Check it out. Check your local listings with Jason and Company. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Driving it downfield, Brissett throws right along the numbers. The catch is made just short of the 30 by Amari Cooper. Not enough for a first down, but a strong throw on first down for Cleveland.
Right there, they're going tempo a little bit here. Cleveland spreading it out. Nobody's in the backfield. They're trying to get Jacoby loose.
2nd down and short. Brissett untouched in the pocket to his right, throwing on the move, sets up his receiver, wide open sideline. Amari Cooper. Cooper still running to the 20-yard line, to the 15. A flag is down, thrown at the 39, and he's brought down at the 15-yard line. There was contact, hand fighting along the sideline, and he may have gone out of bounds as he was making his move upfield.
Yes, I think that's what it was. Amari Cooper is shoved out of bounds on the right side, and he's the first guy to touch the ball.
Real touching. Offense number 2. Went out of bounds on his own and was first to touch the ball.
There.
It's a loss of down at the previous spot. It's 3rd down.
Coming all the way back.
Coming all the way back, and you see it there. Give Witherspoon credit. He's able to get him out of bounds, and I'm seeing it. I'm watching it, and you see the referee throw his hat off on the sideline, signifying that the offensive player stepped out of bounds. Amari Cooper has to know that I can't be the first guy to touch the ball.
The only issue tonight, the wind is so strong. These officials might lose their hat anyway, so we might be looking at illegal touching when there isn't illegal touching because the hats are flying.
Maybe the wind knocked Cooper into the sideline.
Maybe. It is strong. So it's going to be 3rd down here for Cleveland. They're placed the football at the 25. 14:21 to go in this 2nd quarter. Browns are making a substitution.
Game clock operator. Please set the game clock to 14:14.
He said please. So you got to do it. Clay Martin.
Manners are always important.
Really important. Important to be congenial, friendly, and ask for things the correct way. David Bell is in there as an extra receiver, rookie out of Purdue, 3rd-round pick. And they're using Bell in the backfield right now, setting up to the right of Brissett with Hunt to his left. Browns are 0 of 3 on 3rd down. They do have the clock sorted out, so we are ready to resume. 14:14 to play in this first half. From the 27-yard line. Hunt to the backfield. Shotgun formation for Brissett. Twin receivers to the right. Brissett looked to the right, throws it in there, and it's caught. First down. Njoku spun down just short of the 40. They pick up 12 and find a soft spot on the Pittsburgh D.
Pittsburgh came with a corner, the nickel pressure off the right side, Millette, and he showed it before the snap. Jacoby's yelling, Louis, Louis. He's telling the offensive line, hey, protect to the left side, shift to the left side because that's where the pressure's going, which buys him enough time to get the ball out and pick up the first down.
I thought it was Animal House for a second. Louis, Louis. It's not. That's the call on the field. 1st and 10 from the 40. And a timeout called. Steelers take the timeout at the 13:34 mark of this second quarter. Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Thursday night football.
This is Bill Leckitz. Join me following Steelers Browns for the Late Hits postgame show until 2 a.m. Eastern, right here on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88.
Ian Eagle, Jason McCourty, the rest of our Westwood One crew here in Northeast Ohio. The Browns and the Steelers all tied up. Initially, we had a rock fight going, and now got a little action. Cleveland goes down the field, scores a touchdown. Pittsburgh answers going down the field with some big plays. We're all even at 7 apiece. Here goes that. Browns break the huddle with Brissett working under center. 2 tight ends in this formation with Njoku and Harrison Bryant. Jesse James was placed on IR this week. It's a running play. Hunt. Left side run to the 40, turns the corner, and he's brought down. Devin Bush Jr. leading the brigade for Pittsburgh and limiting the run of Hunt to 3 yards.
For a split second there, it looked like a hole was opening up, and Kareem Hunt was going to get through it to the left side of that Browns offensive line. But give Bush credit. In the NFL, those holes close up fast with the speed that's on defense. He's able to grab him with that one hand and drag him down.
Hunt's got good size, 5'11", 216 pounds. He was the NFL rushing champion in 2017 as a member of the Chiefs. Shotgun on 2nd and long. Brissett, that ball gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And it was Montravius Adams who got his hand on it. Incomplete.
Good adjustment by this Pittsburgh front because Jacoby Brissett has been getting the ball out quick. They've done some empty sets, but they're trying to get him in a quick, what we call 3-step drop. He's only taking 3 steps and he's letting the ball loose. So give them credit. They're getting their big hands up. Adams reaches that big right paw up and is able to knock the ball down before it gets to the receiver.
Of course, no T.J. Watt pectoral injury he suffered in the first game against Cincinnati. Didn't require surgery, but he is on IR. They're playing without the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year. 3rd down and 9. Brissett, shotgun, throws to the right. Catch made. Peoples-Jones, he's got a first down. He got right to the sticks, angling to the right. Good enough for 10 yards and to keep this drive alive for Cleveland.
Cleveland does a good job there. They go empty, but they put 4 receivers to one side and just Njoku to the backside, overloading the zone for Pittsburgh where there's not enough people over there to guard him, and he's able to hit a quick outside route and pick up the first down.
So the question for the Browns, will they have enough receiving help? They'll go to some trickery. Reverse, toss, Brissett fires, caught by Hunt, running the right side, leaves his feet, and he's trampled down after he gets a first down. They did a whole lot of things, and it turns into 10.5 yards. 3 different Browns touch the football on that play.
A little trickery, hand off to the running back, give it to the receiver on the reverse, throw it back to Jacoby. But the Steelers got lucky. Peoples-Jones was wide open in the end zone, but Jacoby decides to throw it to Kareem Hunt out in the flat, still pick up a first down, but they had potential for a big play right there, but took the shorter gain.
1st and 10 inside the 40. Play action. Brissett steps. He drives it to the right side. Hauled in by Amari Cooper. Ducks out of bounds. He got in front of the defense. Akello Witherspoon, who was back. It's an 18-yard reception, and Cleveland is on the move once again.
Crowd here chanting, "Cool!" I could watch Amari Cooper run routes all day. He runs right up on the DB's toes right there and breaks out to the right at the last minute and taps his toes on the sideline to get his feet in. One of the best route-running receivers in the NFL.
4-time Pro Bowler, so fluid in his movements, and he sets up Cleveland with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 20-yard line. Handoff, looping to the right. Nick Chubb now reverses to the left. Drives right along the numbers and picks up a yard, 2, depending on the spot. But considering what it could have been, DeMarvin Leal, the rookie out of Texas A&M, was in there to make the stop.
Give him credit. He does a great job, Leal, of getting straight in the backfield. We talked about that before the show, Iron, of penetrating and forcing the Browns to do something. Chubb trying to run around and cut back to the left where there was no space. That Pittsburgh defense did a good job corralling him.
Mark it down to the 19 along the right hash. Cleveland moving from right to left in a tie game, 7-all, 10:24 to go in the second quarter. Shotgun. Brissett looks to his left, throws. He's got his tight end, Njoku, ducks in there, and a modest gain. They're going to come up short of the first down. Cameron Sutton there to bring him down, but it's third down and manageable here for Cleveland.
Steelers sitting in a cover 2 zone, 2 high safeties, corners playing a flat on the outside. Jacoby doing a good job of getting the ball out quickly and finding those open spots in the zone.
Third down and 3. It's the 11th play of the drive for Cleveland. Trying to get inside the 11-yard line to keep it moving. Brissett on a give, blast to the right, run by Hunt. Kareem Hunt carries tacklers with him, cuts it inside for a first down. 6-yard gain. Joe Bitonio, a 4-time Pro Bowler, helping to create space for Kareem Hunt. It's first and goal.
Earlier in the first quarter, they had a 3rd and short, and we talked about, hey, maybe they're going to run the ball, and they decided to pass. This time, 3rd and 3, they hand the ball off to Kareem Hunt over the right side, and he's able to get up in there and pick up the first down.
First and goal from the 7. 3 tight end formation. Cleveland looking to take the lead. They shift Harrison Bryant to the left side. Brissett operating from the gun. Receivers on either side. Brissett to throw it. Fires. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Njoku climbs the ladder. A laser beam from Brissett. Cleveland goes in front.
Njoku split out to the right. Whenever you see the big tight end out there by himself, you know they're looking to him. Throw a jump ball. The Chief is what they call him. Being able to go up and make a catch. He's matched up right there on Terrell Edmonds. And it's just a tough matchup for a safety trying to cover an athletic receiver like Njoku. He goes up top to catch this ball. Has to reach all the way up. A nice catch.
Extra point, bangs off the post. No good. Cade York. So all of the positivity that the Browns were feeling after the long touchdown drive, there's a doink at the end of it. And a little deja vu from last week in the loss to the Jets. 13-7, Browns lead it, 8:58 to play. First half, this is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown! For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show. Live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
The Freakonomics Radio Network is on SiriusXM.
I'm Stephen Dubner from Freakonomics Radio. Do more expensive wines really taste better? Should kids pay back their parents for raising them? How much does the president really matter? These are the kind of questions we ask and answer on Freakonomics Radio. We have hundreds of episodes, from the best way to apologize to the stupidest thing you can do with your money. The Freakonomics Radio Network is on the SXM app, included with all our trials and popular plans.
And on Channel 106 for a limited time.
Cute animal videos can only get you by for so long.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Enter Happy Radio.
I just wanna make you happier, baby.
Songs guaranteed to make you smile from the biggest names in music. Welcome to your new happy place. Happy Radio. Now through the end of September on Channel 14. And always on the SXM app. Free with all trials and popular plans.
Hey,
football fans, Christopher Russo here, excited to be reunited with Phil Simms each week during the NFL season on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
It's another great season of Simms and the Mad Dog, breaking down matchups and having some fun debates.
We're giving you some top-notch analysis from a Super Bowl winning quarterback as we preview the upcoming NFL weekend.
Don't miss Simms and the Mad Dog with me, Phil Simms, and Chris Russo.
Every Friday afternoon at 4 Eastern, only on Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 82, or anytime in the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans.
Stadium, the right gear can be the difference between a loss or win on the field. Grainger can help make sure you have the right supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click, or stop by Grainger today. 13-7, Browns in front. York on the approach. End-over-end kick from right to left. Oshevsky 6 yards deep in the end zone. He will take a knee coming out to the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh's offense back on the field. They cashed in on the previous drive. A spectacular grab by Pickens, and then the Najee Harris 5-yard touchdown run, tossing 3 Browns to the side. But now the Steelers are down on the scoreboard once again.
Yeah, this is exactly how we thought it was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett was going to come out, throw 2 touchdown passes, and get the Browns ahead in the first half.
Jacoby has looked very sharp and very confident against this Steelers D. Najee Harris in the backfield, Trubisky operating from the gun. Flyer move from left to right, goes in motion, settles in, strong side right. Trubisky moving to that side, and he tosses it to the sideline, caught by Deontay Johnson, and he's out of bounds. Tried to get extra yards, but he stepped out after a gain of 7. Greg Newsome, the second in coverage.
We've seen Pittsburgh start drives like this, getting Trubisky out on the edge, having him roll out, and having Deontay Johnson run a short route. I think that gets them going in the drive. He's able to make a throw. It's one read. I'm rolling out to the right. I'm outside the pocket where I feel comfortable.
Steelers only had 243 yards of offense last week against New England. They allowed 376 to the Pats. Second down and short. Trubisky under center. Motion man is Claypool from right to left. It's a handoff. Harris, there's a hole. Harris takes it, and he picks up the first down with a 3-yard gain out across the 35. Taki and John Johnson there to bring him down.
Yeah, I think for them, they want to get Trubisky comfortable. So you start with the pass play, then you hand the ball off to Najee Harris. He's able to cut back against the grain and pick up the first down. But I think all of this is building so he can continue to get comfortable and be able to make some more throws to really get this offense to unlock their true potential.
Before the Pickens catch of 36 yards, their longest reception through 2 games was 32 yards. This is a 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of Pittsburgh. Trubisky, fake the handoff. Rush is coming. Trubisky emerges clean, throws it to the right. It's caught by Deontay Johnson. First down out across midfield, and that's Trubisky using his legs, stepping forward for a toss of 17 yards.
Browns come with pressure there. Credit Najee Harris. He's able to flip the defender over, blocking for Trubisky, which enables him to step up and make a throw to the outside to Johnson.
Steelers are operating quickly here. Trubisky on a give. Najee Harris to the left. Harris gets through that first wave, and then the second wave brings him down as he crosses the 45-yard line out along the left hash mark. It's a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, on that last play, Najee Harris was able to flip over. Jacob Phillips coming with the pressure, and Trubisky stepped up and got on the run, which is where he's most comfortable at, where he can make throws, and he's accurate when he's outside the pocket and he's making throws. So a little scramble drill right there. Deontay Johnson did a great job coming back to the ball.
Trubisky, 1 career start against Cleveland. It was rookie year, 2017 with Chicago, and the Bears won the game 20-3. 2 tight ends in this formation. Give it to Warren, running to the right. Warren cuts it to the outside. Warren loses the football. He coughs it up as he crossed the 30-yard line, and the Steelers jump on it.
Got to be able to hold on to the ball. But right there, a counter play, and they're able to cut back all the way across the right side and get outside, but give John Johnson credit as he makes the tackle. He's able to get his left hand in there and rip his fingertips off the ball and get it loose, but give Steelers credit. They're able to come out with the ball.
Yep, Deontay Johnson on the recovery in the right spot. Mike Tomlin came over, words of encouragement for Jaylen Warren, but no damage done because the Steelers recovered. Good block from Freiermuth along that right side as Warren looped it all the way to the edge. They just changed out the football here with 6:08 to go in the second quarter. We're ready to resume. First down and 10 at the 27-yard line of Cleveland. Left to right, the Steelers. Trubisky on a give. Najee Harris to the left. Harris is wrestled down. Two Browns snuffed him out as he tried to make his move upfield. Give credit to Owusu Koromoa along with Jacob Phillips. 1-yard pickup.
Jalen Warren standing on the sideline right there after just fumbling the ball. Cam Hayward walks over to him, gives him a little pat on the helmet to say, hey, look, it's okay. We make mistakes. It's about how you bounce back.
Grant Delpit getting in there for Cleveland, and it's second down and 9 for the Steelers from the 26-yard line. Motion man Claypool, they'll give it to him on a jet sweep. Claypool running to the right. Claypool turns the corner, got a first down. Claypool slammed down at the end of the play by Jacob Phillips. And that's where Chase Claypool can create big plays. 12 yards on that motion to the near side.
Yes, a jet sweep. He gets the snap, hands it off to Claypool right away. He comes across that right edge. Claypool, a guy who is really good with the ball in his hands, not just catching it.
Working quickly here. Handoff. Harris stutter step up the middle. Harris has got a hole. Harris bangs his way inside the 5. Just to the right of the hash. 11-yard gain, and the Steelers are threatening.
I got to give credit to this Steelers front. They are moving the Cleveland Browns off the line of scrimmage, creating holes for Najee Harris.
First and goal from the 5. Handoff. Harris hammers it up the middle. Harris is stood up at the 2-yard line and dropped by Taven Bryan, the former Jacksonville Jaguar. It'll be second and goal.
I love the way Najee Harris is finishing his runs tonight. He's never falling backwards. Every time he has the ball, he's falling forwards, and that's getting the chains moving. In the front, I got to say it again, by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're up front, the centers and the guards, they're coming right at them, and they're moving these guys off the line of scrimmage, giving Najee Harris a ton of space inside.
Steelers looking to regain the lead. Second and goal, under 4 minutes to go, first half. Shotgun. Trubisky fakes it. Trubisky running to the right, dives, touchdown! Trubisky propels himself into the end zone.
3 straight plays, it looks like, hey, Najee Harris off tackle, Najee Harris off tackle, and right there, Trubisky puts the ball in Najee Harris's gut and holds onto it and leaps forward to get the ball across the goal line.
The question, was the knee down before he crossed? Oh, it's really close. All scoring plays, of course, are reviewed, so they will take a look at it before they allow an extra point. John Johnson was over there trying to dig at the ball. Trubisky had the angle and got low, but he also got hit on the play, just grazed as he crossed the goal line.
So close right here, Ian. I don't know if there's going to be enough evidence. He goes low and he's reaching the ball across, but that knee hits, but it's so close to the goal line where the ball, is it across it? Is it right there? I don't know if there's going to be enough evidence. To me, it looks like Trubisky gets the ball across the goal line, even as the knee touches, to be able to say it's 6 points on the board.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? Normally it's one knee or the other. The left knee doesn't quite hit. He stayed upright. It's the right knee that hits simultaneous to the ball hitting the goal line, and that's what they looked at, and it is confirmed. Touchdown, Trubisky. Extra point from Boswell. The fans obviously just realized that that touchdown's going to count. Boswell curves it through, just through, as it was beginning to make its way to the right. So the Steelers take the lead with 3:50 to play in this first half. 14-13, Pittsburgh. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor Every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Did you know Hulu Plus Live TV is the ultimate entertainment package that you need this football season? It has over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games, plus Hulu's entire streaming library. On top of that, it now comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. More content to watch. With unlimited DVR at no additional cost, you can record your favorite shows. It's like cable, only better. Live TV plan required, restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com.
Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood 1, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Sunday night, Jimmy G is back. The Niners visit Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. Monday night, the Dallas Cowboys are at the New York Giants. And then 1 week from tonight, Cincinnati plays host to Miami. Did you know Hulu Plus Live TV has over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games? It also now comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Live TV plan required, restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately. Learn more at Hulu.com. Some good signs here for the Pittsburgh offense, mixing it up a bit where the pass has not been the exception. They've cashed in on a couple of throws downfield.
Yes, and this is what we wanted to see from Mr. Trubisky tonight, making a long throw to Pickens, getting down in the red zone, being able to rush for a touchdown himself. He's looking comfortable tonight, and with Pickett right on his heels, This is a nice way to come out in your hometown and have a strong first half of football.
They've won 16 of their last 23 games here in Cleveland. Obviously, there were different people involved. Jerome Ford off the kickoff is going to return it 4 yards deep in the end zone. Bad decision. Ford is dropped at the 11-yard line by Miles Boykin. He made the choice to take it out of the end zone. Instead of being at the 25, they're going to be deep in their own territory.
Miles Boykin, a guy drafted by the Baltimore Ravens to play receiver, comes over to this Pittsburgh Steelers team, has made plays on special team as a gunner on punt, now making a tackle on kickoff. This is a guy, hey, I know I'm a receiver, but whatever you guys need, I'm willing to go out there and get it done.
And whatever it takes to keep your job, he's finding a role, creating a niche, and I can guarantee you Mike Tomlin's paying attention. 12-yard line, that's officially where Cleveland will open up with Brissett out of the gun. They go empty here, spread it. Brissett in the pocket, looking. Brissett throws it over the middle. It's juggled and caught by Njoku. He spun down to the 19-yard line, and then he exchanges pleasantries with the linebacker Bush. Good for 7 yards.
Right there, going empty again, getting the ball in Jacoby Brissett's hand. No backs in the backfield and letting him decipher where he wants to go. Njoku matched up on Bush, one-on-one, gets open.
On second down, Brissett once again from the gun. Looks to his right, throws to the left. It's Njoku. Njoku's got a first down. Spinning move to the 30 and hit from behind across the 35. It was a whiff by Bush, and then Njoku made him pay to the tune of 17 yards. Fitzpatrick finally wrapped him up.
Yes, Njoku rumbling and bumbling, getting down there, breaking tackles. They try to have Cam Hayward hit him at the line of scrimmage, but still gets open against Bush again.
Chris Berman, did he come into the booth?
You heard that, huh?
First down, a throw. Njoku, they feed it to him. 3 straight plays, and Njoku has got himself another grab. Miles Jack that time in the matchup. It's good enough for a first down across the 45.
They may want to cover Njoku. He's the guy in that slot position that Jacoby is looking for, and he's causing damage this drive.
Njoku covered by linebackers. They're taking advantage of it. Handoff. It's Chubb running to the left. Chubb carries to midfield for a gain of 4. Miles Jack, the former Jaguar, brings him down on the play, but Cleveland is driving with 2:08 to go in this first half.
Cleveland Browns doing a great job this drive, not being one-dimensional, using the pass game to try to open up things for the run game.
Trying to get one play off before the 2-minute warning. They will not. The clock strikes 2:00. here in the second quarter. So we've hit the 2-minute warning, sponsored by First Alert. Did you know a fire department responds to a fire every 23 seconds? Help protect your home and family by installing First Alert smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each bedroom. Visit firstalert.com for safety you can trust. Steelers in front, 14-13 over the Browns. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Did you know a fire department responds to a fire every 23 seconds? First Alert is reminding you to be prepared by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level, plus in common spaces like the kitchen, and know how to use them. Protect your whole home with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a special BOGO offer from Bosch. Buy a select Bosch 18-volt bare tool, get a battery free. Shop savings on all of our top pro items. Plus, MVPs earn up to 3 times bonus points on select products. Join today and redeem points for products designed to level up your business. Don't miss MVP's bonus days, happening now at Lowe's. Pricing and offers subject to change at any time. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 9/23.
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? They may drop little hints like,
Beautiful day out. Even more beautiful since we saved by bundling our home and car insurance with Geico.
or,
Yard work is hard. Much harder than bundling with Geico, which was easy.
or it may be even subtler, like,
Speaking of burgers, we bundled our home and car insurance with Geico and saved a bunch of money.
bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
Main wreck is on the south side of the tracks. Report of male driver, late 20s, severe injuries.
Copy that. Can you see the vehicle?
No, it's way up there. I heard a witness say the stop arm was down, but he tried to beat the train anyway.
Too many drivers are killed crossing railroad tracks, even though they know a train is approaching. What they don't know is, even after it breaks, a train can take up to a mile to stop.
Requesting ambulance stretcher to shuttle crash victim back to the road.
Copy.
Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
A reminder to stay tuned. The halftime report with Scott Graham is coming up. Scott will talk with Kyle Juszczyk of the 49ers ahead of their Sunday night football matchup against Denver. That's coming up at the half. From midfield, 2 minutes to go in this first half. 14-13 Steelers. Browns are driving from right to left. Handoff, Kareem Hunt. Stutter step move to the right. Hunt chewing up yards as he's carried across the 40-yard line. Tacklers with him. He got a push at the final point of that run, and Chris Wormley was there defensively. It's 11 yards for Hunt.
Yeah, a nice stiff arm with that left hand, pushing somebody right out of his way. And I love the fact that they ran the ball here. 2 minutes to go. You don't want to try to score too soon and give Pittsburgh the ball back. So make sure you eat up some clock as you get in the 2-minute drive.
First and 10 from the 39. Motion man is Bell from left to right. Running play. It's Hunt. Spin move. Doesn't work. Steelers were there. Malik Reed stepping in for T.J. Watt, getting a bunch of those snaps. The former Denver Bronco makes the play for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, a run that doesn't really get much. Now you're going to start to see them. They're going to get into their hurry-up offense. So they're going to try to get to the ball quick. Jacoby's going to be calling out, barking to each side what routes he wants.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. Under a minute to go from the 39. Brissett rushes coming. Flips it to Hunt on the right side. Hunt couldn't break away, and he is forced toward the sideline by Spillane for Pittsburgh. Gain of a couple.
Gets out of bounds there, though, so he stops the clock. Cleveland can slow down a little bit, get back in the huddle here, and figure out how are we going to attack now. We want to be able to third down. Hey, can we pick up this first down? 2-minute drill. We want points on the board. But for Jacoby right here, you want to be smart. You're in field goal range, but the wind is whipping. So let's try to get the ball in the end zone right here.
3 of 6 on third down tonight. They were 8 of 12 on third down in that losing effort against the Jets.
30-second timeout.
So Steelers take a timeout. Browns still have 3 remaining, and it's going to be third down and long here for Cleveland. Later on, we'll play back the highlight of the game, sponsored by Audible. Audible is where you'll find the best stories on sports and entertainment. It's the home of storytelling. Listen to audiobooks, originals, and podcasts, including The Rich Eisen Show. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Pittsburgh, they're realizing the personnel Cleveland went out with, wanted to get Ogunjobi, one of the defensive linemen, and get more of those DBs on the field. So right now in this 2-minute drill, I can see Cleveland right now, hey, let's take a chunk, try to get a chunk play, take a shot, maybe a deep in cut to try to pick up the first down.
3rd down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Shotgun for Brissett. He's got 3 receivers off to the left. Brissett steps up, throws on the move. He's got Bell in stride. Bell is tackled in open space at the 30-yard line by Cameron Sutton. He helped save a first down. So it's 4th down. The Browns offense remains on the field. It's 4th and 2. We're down to 33 seconds left. And the Browns are in no rush here. And now they'll use a timeout. They stop the clock with 34 seconds.
Yes, decisions. 4th and 2. You're in field goal range right now. But the win is a factor. Do you want to kick the field goal from here, or do you want to line that offense up and go for it on 4th and 2? We saw right there they came with the crossing route, try to get what we call a run and catch. Get on the ball in his hands early, David Bell, and see if he can break a tackle or two and pick up the first down. But the Steelers were on it, and they're able, Cam Sutton, to bring him down as soon as he caught the ball 2 yards short of the first down.
Big tackle by Cameron Sutton, forcing Cleveland to make a decision here, and Brissett remains on the field. They break the huddle on 4th and 2 from the 32-yard line. They go empty. 34 seconds to go in this first half. 14-13, Steelers in front. Shotgun for Brissett. Hunt settles in on the right side. Brissett looking over there. Brissett passes over the middle. It's caught at the 28-yard line. The grab made by Amari Cooper covers 3 yards and a first down.
Crossing routes right there coming from Cleveland. They had everybody inside the numbers, but guys were crossing right in front of each other. A little confusion from the Pittsburgh defense right there. Guys were running on the field late, running from one side of the field to the other side of the field. Didn't look set before the play, didn't look comfortable. Cleveland able to pick up the first down.
A little bit of a delayed rush from Robert Spillane, so that sped things up for Brissett, but he located Cooper on the play, and the Browns take a timeout. But they're going to take a look at this because Cooper was juggling that ball. Final 2 minutes, officials have the option, and this Close Shave Instant Replay Review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Choose Barbasol Shaving Cream for a thick lather and close, comfortable shave. Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better buy Barbasol. 14-13, the Steelers in front. We're down to 30 seconds left in this first half. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
2000, 2008, 2022. When it comes to the economy, those are some scary years. .com crash, housing crash, and the roller coaster we're going through right now. It's a dangerous time to not know your numbers. But over 31,000 businesses have the confidence and clarity they need because they rely on NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, improve margins. Everything you need all in one place. So, how do you prepare for uncertain times? The answer, NetSuite. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your business processes, and easily see where to save money. That's why 93% of customers say they improved their visibility and control when they upgraded to NetSuite. What are you waiting for? NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Hey, football fans, don't miss your local games or that last-second field goal. All you need is an antenna hooked up to your TV, and you can see live football for free. That's right, free. No subscription, no fees, no credit card info required, just your TV and an antenna. And then live sports news and other popular shows are yours for free. Go to thefreetvproject.org. That's thefreetvproject.org to get started. Thefreetvproject.org. Antennas up, game on. Furnished by EW Scripps.
Back here in Cleveland, the call on the field was a completed pass to Amari Cooper, but the Pittsburgh offense has now taken the field, so all we need is the official word from Clay Martin. Cooper was juggling that ball, and they're going to overturn this, Jason.
Yeah, he definitely was juggling as he went down to the ground right there. Let's hear what they got to say.
After review, the pass was incomplete. It'll be 1st and 10, Pittsburgh.
So the Browns fans react. They probably could have known if they looked at the personnel on the field. The Steelers are ready to take over because that was 4th down. It was 4th down and 2. The Browns elected not to kick a field goal. They went for it, and they come up empty.
Amari Cooper has to hold on to that ball. Ball hits him right in the hands as he's going to tuck it. He loses control of it, hits the ground, and the ball's just all over the grass. So for the Steelers now you have an opportunity, but you're backed up. I can see them being happy with where they are in the half and deciding to just hand the ball off right here. Go into half, don't make anything worse.
Mike Tomlin was motioning to the officials. That was a juggle, and he just pointed at the officials like, all right, you're on it, which they were. So the Steelers get it back. 1st down and 10 at the 31 with Trubisky from the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and Harris sets up slot left. Trubisky looking to throw it. Trubisky looking downfield. He will toss it short of his receiver with a flag down. That bounced in the direction of Deontay Johnson. Myles Garrett, first time we've called his name, put some pressure on Mitch Trubisky.
I think they're going to call a flag right here on Denzel Ward.
Before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 21.
You got it.
5-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Oh, that's a tough one. It looks like Deontay Johnson, to me, loses his footing. Yes, Denzel Ward's hand is kind of on him, but he doesn't impede his progress at all. But the officials saw enough to call him for holding right there. Tough call for this Browns defense.
At what point in retirement does your DB lens begin to fade? Your instant reaction. I watch your facial expression. I don't believe that. Trubisky on 1st down and 10. 20 seconds left. Trubisky zings it downfield. It's hauled in by Chase Claypool. And just like that, the Steelers are in Cleveland territory. Timeout called with 17 seconds to go in this first half. They're going to spot the football at the 43-yard line. Steelers have used their last timeout.
And that's why I'm in the booth and I'm not down there on the sideline coaching. Here I am saying, hey, they're just going to run the ball, go in the half and feel comfortable where they are. 2 plays in, a holding by Ward, a pass to Claypool down, coming across the field. Now they're operating. They're ready to make a move to put some points on the board before half for themselves.
20-yard completion. Mitch Trubisky, he's been efficient. 9 out of 10, 109 yards. He has the rushing touchdown, and now he's got the Steelers within striking distance and a 14-13 lead over the Browns. In Pittsburgh, no timeouts remaining. Line of scrimmage is the 43. Boswell is putting his helmet on and doing some calisthenics to get ready. Along the left hash. He's not Jack LaLanne, but he was doing something. Shotgun, Trubisky, steps, throws, deep shot near sideline, incomplete. He put it over the head of Deontay Johnson. 5 seconds comes off the clock, and Trubisky is grabbing at his right shoe. He appears to be okay.
Just throws the ball out of bounds with it. Didn't see anybody open. And a smart play by him. You don't want to take too much time off the clock. But Deontay Johnson jumping up and down on the sideline. He's like, Mitch, I'm open. Just bring the ball down a little bit and I can pick up some yards.
You read lips?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Inside the helmet.
You are. This is unique insight. 12 seconds left in the half. 2nd down and 10 from the 43. Trubisky just gets the play off. Trubisky in the pocket. Steps. He throws to the left sideline. Incomplete. George Pickens in the vicinity. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 with 6 seconds to go. Back-to-back incompletions here for Pittsburgh.
Not many options right here. They want to pick up a few yards and try to maybe get a little closer for a field goal. They're going to have to get to the sidelines to make sure the ball gets out of bounds, or they're going to have to just take a shot to the end zone with not much time remaining in the half right here.
Only 6 seconds left, so we're talking about a quick hitter to get out of bounds, or as you said, go for broke. We'll see what the perspective is of Matt Canada calling the plays, and a timeout taken by Cleveland. So Steelers get a chance to talk about it. Browns get a chance to catch their breath and prepare for it. The copyright of tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Football on Westwood 1 is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. Right now, you'd be staring at a 61-yard field goal for Chris Boswell. His career long is 59, so that's not even in the thought process of the Steelers.
I think they're going to take a shot to the end zone right here and give Cleveland Browns credit. They wanted to see what Pittsburgh was going to come out in and then get a timeout to get to the sideline and say, oh, hey, these are the receivers over here. These are the receivers over there. This is what we're planning to do to stop it.
Trubisky can throw it long. That's never been an issue for him. He's got that kind of arm strength. Shotgun, moving pocket to the right. Trubisky looking, throws underneath, and it's incomplete. None of that worked. Time has run out here at the end of the first half. Not exactly sure what the plan was there.
They rolled him out to the right side, had the receivers run quick routes on the out. They tried to get out of bounds really quick, but the defense that the Cleveland Browns were in, I used to call it picket fence. They're aligning everybody on the sidelines, on both sides, saying to Pittsburgh, you're not getting a pass on the sideline and getting out of bounds.
We have hit the half here in Cleveland with the Steelers in front of the Browns, 14-13. When we come back, Scott Graham rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers today. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
Remember when one of your best players got injured, but not like on a play or anything? He got injured celebrating a play, and it's not like it was a game-winning play or in the playoffs, and he was out the rest of the season because he was injured while celebrating? Yeah.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
If for your business, the fall season is going to be a whole new ball game, then you need Indeed. Their integrated hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire quality candidates all in one place. Sponsor a job, and Instant Match instantly sends you a short list of quality candidates from Indeed's resume database who fit your job description. No more hiring fumbles for your team. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. We have reached halftime in Cleveland, and we've got a tight ball game. Pittsburgh Steelers on top of the Browns by a score of 14-13. This is the first of our 3 primetime games coming your way on many of these same stations here in Week 3. Second of those comes up in Sunday Night Football. That'll be played in the Mile High City with the Denver Broncos taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Both of these teams have seen a major change at quarterback. Of course, Russell Wilson is the new man in town for the Denver Broncos. For San Francisco, it was a seismic change that came in the middle of their game last week. And that was when their young quarterback, who they'd handed the reins to, Trey Lance, ended up going down. And Jimmy Garoppolo, who at one time brought this team to a Super Bowl, was back in charge. Lance is out for the season. Garoppolo is at the controls now for the foreseeable future for San Francisco. In that game, because it was Garoppolo stepping up, the backup quarterback after Lance got hurt was Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the 6-time Pro Bowler from Harvard. I talked to him this week, and I asked him about the major change that's been there and how the team's reacting to it.
Right, and, anytime I've been asked this question, I'm cautious to make sure that it's well known and documented that we feel for Trey, and we are all, torn apart for him, and we were so excited about where he was headed and where he was going to take this team and his development, and we really felt like Trey was, that's our quarterback, and we fully supported him, and we wanted him to be under center. But this league is a brutal league, man, and when guys go down, you really have to change your mindset so quickly, and you don't have time to dwell on that kind of stuff and really give it the amount of respect and attention that it actually deserves. But at the end of the day, you have to win that game, and we have to win the game this week, and that's what your focus has to go to. And yes, we're going to be there to support Trey, and we have his back, and we hope he's doing well. But you really have to focus on what's happening right now, because if you start losing that focus and you lose games, it just makes a bad situation worse.
So where that's going, as I said, is you've got a guy who has been there for a while, took you to a Super Bowl. So, the insurance policy there of having a veteran like Jimmy to be able to take this over, I'm guessing in a lot of ways that probably makes you guys feel pretty good.
Yeah, 100%. I don't, you couldn't ask for a better replacement if you remove Trey from this whole situation and you told somebody that you would have the same quarterback this season and what we think is an upgraded roster around him compared to last season. I think we'd all feel pretty good about it. And there was a lot of hoops to jump through to get to that situation, and that's not what we planned for from the beginning of the year. But that's where we're at right now, and we feel like we do have a better roster than we did last year, and we have the same guy under center, and we think that he can continue to grow as well. So at the end of the day, we feel like we're in a better situation than we were a year ago.
Does the playbook have to change a lot?
Not a lot. It will change. Trey adds that different element with his legs and his ability to push the ball down the field. And I think we saw that in the limited action that he had, that he can add a different element, whether it's design runs or extending plays and pushing the ball down the field that way. That's really the biggest difference between him and Jimmy. But outside of that, our offense really has not changed that much. And the play calling, I don't perceive it changing all too much going forward outside of those things.
And a San Francisco 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, an interesting guy who's now been in the league for 10 years. He was the first Harvard player to score a touchdown in a Super Bowl. He and his team are now going to do it in a slightly different setup, something that we got an opportunity to talk extensively about. If you'd like to hear more of that conversation, by the way, join us for Sunday Night Football here on Westwood One, the Niners and the Denver Broncos. Our coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, if you'd like to hear that full conversation, you can check us out at WestwoodOneSports.com for this week's edition of NFL Insider. Our halftime score, Pittsburgh 14, Cleveland 13. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Foot for the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show, live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios. No one brings you closer to the game than SiriusXM NFL Radio.
Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott. Just a little on Cooper Rush and just how his demeanor and leadership has showed itself.
Coop, he's kind of a quiet guy, but one thing about him, he knows some stuff. He knows that playbook. He's always giving guys nuggets, throughout the week. But, Coop's a vet. He knows his offense, and guys have a lot of confidence in him.
Your home for 24/7 coverage of the National Football League is SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88.
Busted Open, the authority of pro wrestling, is available as a podcast. Listen to me, Dave LaGreca, and my all-star panel of co-hosts, including Hall of Famers Bully Ray and Mark Henry, to legends like Tommy Dreamer and Mickie James, and the AEW Women's Champion, Thunder Rosa, bring you the best in the pro wrestling world and talk to the biggest names from WWE, AEW, and beyond. Catch Busted Open live, Monday through Saturday, 9 to noon Eastern, and the Busted Open podcast wherever podcasts are available.
This is Adam Shine, host of the Adam Shine Podcast. Here to tell you can listen to my podcast all year round. I'll give you my NFL picks against the spread, give you fantasy advice all season long, while being joined by the best guests in all of sports. He's Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers.
This is what I expect. I expect to play well every year.
We release episodes of the Adam Shine Podcast every week. Subscribe today wherever you stream your podcasts or listen on the SXM app, including with most subscriptions.
The Adam Shine Podcast.
November. Welcome back to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com today. 1-point game here at halftime in the AFC North. Other news from around the division today, and according to multiple broadcast outlet reports, it would appear that the Baltimore Ravens have signed Jason Pierre-Paul to a 1-year deal to try to bolster their pass rush. The Baltimore Ravens also at 1-1, along with the Steelers and the Cleveland Browns coming into this game. And amazingly, the team that went to the Super Bowl last year from the AFC, the Cincinnati Bengals, heading into Week 3 at 0-2. First half of this one, very strikingly similar on both sides statistically. Jacoby Brissett has thrown a couple of touchdown passes, though, in this one. Right now, the only difference in the game is a missed extra point. Tight one being played in Cleveland tonight. Our halftime score, Pittsburgh 14, Cleveland 13. When we return, Ian Eagle and Jason McCourty will have the second half kickoff. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Here's a message just for the attorneys out there. So you passed the bar, joined a firm, or even built your own. Now are you finding out that you're doing more administration than actual law practice? Lexicon can help. Lexicon is a legal technology provider with over a decade of experience streamlining administrative tasks like timekeeping, billing, and more, so you can focus on maximizing billable hours and increasing client satisfaction. Call 855-4LEXICON or visit lexiconservices.com/go to learn more.
Hey, football fans, don't miss your local games or that last-second field goal. All you need is an antenna hooked up to your TV, and you can see live football for free. That's right, free. No subscription, no fees, no credit card info required, just your TV and an antenna. And then live sports news and other popular shows are yours for free. Go to thefreetvproject.org. That's thefreetvproject.org to get started. Thefreetvproject.org. Antennas up, game on. Furnished by EW Scripps.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with promo code Thursday. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code Thursday for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Getting ready for second half action here in Cleveland. Week 3 of the NFL, Thursday Night Football. Ian Eagle, Jason McCourty, the rest of our Westwood One crew, and the Steelers in front of the Browns. AFC North battle 14-13. Let's check the halftime stats. Sponsored by Indeed. When you think of hiring, think of Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring system helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates, all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit. For Pittsburgh, Najee Harris, 10 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Mitch Trubisky, 9 of 13, 109 yards. He's got a touchdown on the ground. Deontay Johnson, leading receiver, 4 catches, 48 yards. For the Browns, Brissett, 16 of 22, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Chubb has gone for 58 yards on the ground, 8 carries, and Njoku has been the go-to guy through the air. 7 catches, 69 yards, and a score. Jason? It's a fun first half. We didn't really quite know how these two teams would match up and what would be on display. Seen some pretty good offense.
Yeah, a slow start, but both offenses got going. And for me, Mitch Trubisky and Jacoby Brissett, they've been the kind of hidden gem of the first half. Neither guy has made a mistake, and they haven't thrown many incompletions. They've been accurate, they've gotten the ball out quick, and they've made plays through the air. We kind of knew coming into the game, Najee Harris, Nick Chubb, they're going to get their yards, they're going to make their plays, they're going to have their angry runs in a sense to set the tone. But both quarterbacks have been fun to watch tonight as they look comfortable and they're making plays.
All right, key for the second half. Anything in particular you're going to focus in on here?
Yes, I want to see Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to continue, and the fans want to see it. They want to see them take another shot down the field. We saw it was huge for a drive where George Pickens makes a huge one-hand catch. for the Cleveland Browns. Want to continue to see Jacoby getting the ball out quick, making plays in the air, getting the ball into Njoku's hand, which is going to continue to open it up. Nick Chubb is averaging over 5 yards a carry because there's space on the inside.
Ball is on the tee at the 35-yard line. The Browns will kick it off from left to right with Cade York, the rookie. Gunnar Olszewski standing at the 5-yard line. Second half is underway. End-over-end kick. And this one is returnable, a yard deep in the end zone. Olszewski takes it out, middle of the field, veers to his left, sidesteps one tackler, and he is dropped across the 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh Steelers will get their first opportunity to come out in the second half and set the tone. To start the game, we saw them get Mitch Trubisky out the pocket and get him throwing the ball on the first snap of the game. Now coming out of the half, I think they'll do the same. Try to get them comfortable early on, get the ball in the air before they start handing it off to Najee Harris.
So Steelers have the football and the lead. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line with Najee Harris in the backfield. He sets up behind Trubisky, operating from the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Trubisky, quick hitter to the right, catch made by Deontay Johnson. Tries to get to the outside, and they cut off the angle. Johnson is forced out of bounds after a short gain.
Yes, Deontay Johnson lined up to the right in the slot. Throw a quick bubble screen out to him. Get the ball in his hands quickly. Try to get a block from the receiver and pick up some yards. Short game, but a nice way to get it going for the second half.
1 yard pickup for Pittsburgh, 2nd down and 9. This team was 23rd in total offense last season, and we're not seeing the signs of them busting through, becoming a top 10 offense here in 2022. Trubisky, off-balance throw, is incomplete. It goes through the hands of George Pickens. He immediately pointed to his chest, indicating that's on me. It's now 3rd and 9.
Yes, we don't usually see that. Trubisky rolling out to the left side against his throwing arm, but that's the second time they've done that tonight, getting him outside the pocket, away from that arm, but he's able to make the throw on the sideline. Pickens got to haul it in.
Steelers 0 of 3 on 3rd down. This is a 3rd and 9 from the 17. First possession of the second half. Jalen Warren is in there in the backfield. Motion man Freiermuth to the near side. Trying to hear the call from Trubisky. Trubisky clapping his hands. He's got the football. Trubisky steps. Trubisky gets out of trouble. Throws on the move. A wobbler to the sideline. It is handled by Claypool. Clean catch and a tough one against John Johnson for a first down. 14 yards on the grab.
Trubisky under pressure, steps up. Claypool lined in the slot to the left, runs all the way across the field, making a diving catch on the sideline.
So they'll go hurry here on first down. A throw to the other side, off the hands of Deontay Johnson, incomplete. He's had dropsies over the course of his career, now in his 4th year. He went to the Pro Bowl last year. Deontay Johnson very upset at himself as he couldn't haul it in. Denzel Ward was there defensively, and a flag down. A couple of them late. One at midfield, the other at the 46, and a third at the 42.
No idea what they're calling. It looked like Cleveland was running somebody late on at the start of that snap. So maybe there was 12 guys on the field or what it could have been. But Deontay Johnson has to hold on to that. But Pittsburgh snapped the ball really quickly because of the Claypool catch on the sideline. It could have been questionable whether he was in. So he wanted to get that next play off. Deontay Johnson just drops it.
12 men on the field on the defense. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Yeah, Jason, you're all over it. Clay Martin just relayed the call to the fans here and to the television and radio audience. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL Sunday on CBS. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on CBS. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for Pittsburgh. Mistake there from Cleveland. Ball is on the 36-yard line. Najee Harris in the backfield. Tighter formation. Motion man coming to the near side. Connor Hayward, the younger brother of Cam Hayward. Olszewski now in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Handoff. Harris going up the gut. Harris spinning move, and he's brought down after a gain of 4. Bunch of defenders in there for Cleveland, led by Jacob Phillips, the linebacker.
You mentioned Connor Hayward. I know a thing or two about brothers playing on the same team.
Oh, do you?
Yes, it's a beautiful thing to see. Mom and dad are really proud. They're happy they get to come to the game. 2 birds with 1 stone.
2nd down and 1. Hand it off. Harris loops inside. There was no hole initially to the right, so he cuts it to the left, and it's enough for a first down, 3-yard gain for Harris. So it goes down as a 3-yard pickup, but will not show up in the stat sheet is that he made the right decision and turns that into a new set of downs.
Yes, and does a good job cutting back to the left and staying behind Gentry, his tight end. He was his lead blocker on the play, and he did a good job of staying right behind him to score through to pick up those 3 yards and a first down for the Steelers offense.
12:45 to go, third quarter. Steelers leading 14-13, driving here from right to left. Trubisky on a give. Harris straight ahead. Harris is stood up and will not go down. They're going to whistle this play dead. The ball came free, but the play had already been down. Walker and Newsom combined on the stop. But now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for Thursday Night Football.
This is Bill Leckitz. Join me following Steelers Browns for the Late Hits postgame show until 2 a.m. Eastern, right here on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Nothing fancy for Najee Harris. He picks up 3 yards, 13 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown. They've neutralized Myles Garrett so far in this game.
We haven't heard much from him. We haven't heard his name at all, really.
Fake the handoff. Trubisky will dump it off to the near side. Caught by Harris. Turns it upfield to midfield. Oh, the hurdle by Harris. And good enough for a first down. Najee Harris is ridiculously flexible and nimble.
It's so impressive when he jumps over a guy. Najee on that left sideline jumps over Emerson, but he does like a split in the air to make sure he clears the guy. Very impressive for a big guy like that.
He's very bendy from the 46. Trubisky, plenty of time, dumps it off. Harris behind the line of scrimmage. He's wrestled down at midfield. So it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. Trubisky had nothing cooking downfield. Jordan Elliott sniffed it out. 2nd and long for Pittsburgh.
Those plays right there are the ones where the Pittsburgh Steelers fan base, one-on-one coverage in the secondary, Deontay Johnson's running down the sideline. They want to see Mitch, hey, take a shot. Even if it goes out of bounds, put it to where the DB can't get to it, but take a shot down the field.
Najee Harris will get a breather, the all-time leading rusher at Alabama on the sideline, replaced by Jalen Warren. 2nd and 14, opening possession of this third quarter. Dump off, caught by Warren, turns it upfield for a big gain, to the 40, to the 35. Warren busting to the outside. Warren down the sideline, and he's dropped with a penalty marker all the way back at the 46-yard line.
Warren is a guy that is fun to watch. He adds another dimension to this offense. We know what Najee Harris can do, but when he gets the ball in his hands, it's exciting. He's pushing guys out of the way. He's a strong runner as well.
Injured Brown, it's the linebacker Anthony Walker Jr. So we'll wait for the call here. Clay Martin. The flag was thrown. 35-yard catch and run. The question, will it stand? And the concern right now is for Walker. We'll get you updated on the other side. We're going to step aside with 10:34 remaining in this third quarter. Steelers holding on to a 14-13 lead over the Browns. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey, I'm Brian Dunstead from Sirius XM FC. Every Monday, join Tom Rainey and me as we go all around the soccer world on our podcast, Week in the Tackle.
Enter our private circle.
From the significant...
There is a lot of reason to think they're going to win this tournament.
...to the absurd.
This little car comes on like...
We cover the soccer stories we find interesting on Week in the Tackle. Available for free on Stitcher or your favorite podcast platform.
NFL fans, right now on the SXM app, hear in-depth coverage of your team with the Believe Podcast Network on Sirius XM. It's all the analysis, all the breakdowns that matter to you, hosted by the players who played for your team and the fans who eat, sleep, and breathe it. 32 diehard fan bases, 32 podcasts. The Believe Podcast Network on Sirius XM. BLEAV. Search Believe in, followed by your team on the SXM app, Pandora, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show. Live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
I'm Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum and host of Black Diamonds, a SiriusXM original podcast. Right now on your podcast feed, I'm telling the story of the great Satchel Paige with Guardians pitcher Tristan McKenzie.
To know what he meant to the city of Cleveland, it's huge to know that I could just drag on his coattails a little bit and feel like I'm a part of his legacy.
Don't miss Black Diamonds. Available now on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Anthony Walker Jr., the injured Brown on the play, and they are still tending to him. A lot of concern, semicircle formed by his teammates, checking on him. The card is on the field. They have gotten him to a sitting position. Walker was hit hard on a block by Okorafor and went down on the play. Walker, one of the leaders of this defense, a veteran. He is being assisted onto the cart, so up on his feet. And they have mobilized the leg. Oh, boy. Immobilized the leg with a brace.
Yeah, never the sight you want to see. I don't know if his cleat gets stuck in the grass there. He's up. Myles Garrett's giving him a hug. So many guys are over to the cart and are kind of just well wishes. And you can see on his face that he's in pain. And he's one of the leaders on this defense. He's the guy that called the players-only defensive meeting this week, trying to rally the troops. He's a guy that's going to be missed. A normal play right there, just kind of a freak accident, it looks like, as he's riding off in the car heading to the locker room.
Former member of the Indianapolis Colts.
Play, ineligible player downfield on a forward pass. Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And it is Okorafor who was called on the penalty, so that negates a 35-yard catch and run by Jalen Warren. On that same play, Owusu Koromoa injured and went into the tent for Cleveland. He is now out of the tent and stretching in a yoga-type position along the sideline. So, after all that, it's 2nd and 19 at the 45-yard line of Pittsburgh. Trubisky fades back, throws, comebacker caught on the outside by Johnson, working that right side, and Johnson ducks out of bounds. Trubisky putting it on the money on the perimeter pass, good for 14 yards.
Ian, are you a yoga guy? You knew that pose right away. It kind of surprised me.
Yeah, someone in my family is. I know that's shocking that I might not be the guy. That's the lotus position. Jason, well, we can go through all the positions later.
Deontay Johnson didn't need the lowest position to catch the ball on the sideline and pick up some yards for the Steelers offense.
From the 41 now, Pittsburgh on a 3rd and 5. 5 receivers set. Trubisky moving to his left. Throws, nobody home. Flag down. There were players bunched together. Claypool was in the area. And the penalty marker comes down at the 35-yard line.
Not sure what the penalty is going to be here, but the Steelers are trying to run a pick play to get Claypool on the outside. And the corner does a good job of getting hands on the receiver, messing up the timing. But they tried to pick and get Claypool, but it didn't look like there was any OPI or anything. It looked pretty clean. But let's see what the flag is here.
Clay Martin getting ready for the announcement. He's looking over the Cleveland sideline before he makes the call. 3 officials huddled over there. And he's got Kevin Stefanski talking to 2 of his guys.
Offense, number 11. Penalties declined. It's worked out.
Well, there you go. It's Claypool who is called for the offensive PI.
Not a call you typically see. He runs into the back of the cornerback on the outside of him. Claypool's lined up in the slot. He's going to run an out route. George Pickens is on the outside. He's running a slant. Emerson does a good job of getting hands on Pickens, but he's off balance, and Claypool just runs into him while running his route. But the officials saw enough to see an offensive pass interference right there.
Emerson, the rookie out of Mississippi State, third-round pick. He was pushed on the play. Chester Rogers, the return man. It's another punt here for Presley Harvin, who's going to catch it at his own 44-yard line. Rogers sets up at the 9 of Cleveland. Long count. Snapper is Kuntz. Taking a lot of time. Play clock is down to 5, down to 4. Down to 2. They're not going to snap it. Flag thrown.
Going to be a delay game here, and I understand why they're trying to do it. Get a little bit more space to punt.
Delay game. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
In a game like this, with the wind being such a factor, we're too far out to try a field goal. So, hey, we'll take the delay game, back it up 5 yards, and we'll give Harvin III a chance to punt the ball and pin him down deep to set the defense up in a good position.
Harvin will boot it away. Rogers steps up a yard. Now he's going to have to move forward. Didn't get all of that. Fair catch called for. Brings it in cleanly right around the 15-yard line. That's where Cleveland will set up shop with its first possession of the second half. 9:33 to play in the third. Steelers 14. Browns 13. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Charging a cell phone can be like getting a booster shot. A booster is given to enhance or restore protection after a primary series vaccination, which wanes over time. Schedule an appointment when you are eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Bundling car and renter's insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? Look for the signs. Chances are they live in a home and have a car. They use money and enjoy having more of it. They probably drink lots of lemonade. Lemonade. And they've probably said something suspicious like, "I'm bundling with Geico," or "Stop spying on me with those binoculars." If so, you may want to ask them how easy it was to bundle with Geico. Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors. At CDW, we get the right network makes remote locations seem less remote.
Great, because my data is lagging out here.
CDW can orchestrate the Aruba Edge Services platform, bringing computing closer to where data is created. It automates, unifies, and secures the edge, fixing problems before they impact your business, giving your network a sixth sense. Someone at the door?
Just a moose. He works here.
Aruba and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Aruba.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol.
Join Westwood One for Monday Night Football. This week, the Dallas Cowboys visit the New York Giants. Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, they've got all the action beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern. NFL Network's Rich Eisen gets it all started with the pregame show at 7:30. Tune in to find out who will join Rich as a guest on the Mercedes-Benz Vans Hotline. Want to unlock your potential? Open up a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, capable and versatile. It's got what you need to drive your ambitions as far as you want to take them. Third quarter action here in Cleveland. Ian Eagle, Jason McCourty. Browns are 1-1. Steelers are 1-1. Cleveland finally gets to touch the football here in the second half.
Nick Chubb time. I think you're going to start this half off getting him the ball. You know he can last. He's strong. 675-pound squat in the offseason. He's ready to carry the load for this Cleveland Browns offense.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. You watch video of that, you're like, no, he's human, right? First and 10 from the 14. Harrison Bryant comes in motion to the near side. Brissett under center with Chubb. Single setback. Handoff. Chubb running to the right, trying to break away. Chubb slowed down by Spillane. He kept the legs churning and takes it to the 15-yard line for a gain of a yard.
Really good job by Spillane shooting the gap and coming through, because Batonio pulled around the edge on the right side and was looking to lead Chubb up to open up a gap. But Spillane's able to run through the backside and penetrate and get in the backfield and slow Chubb down.
Browns allowed just one sack last week. Steelers have put a little bit of pressure on Brissett, but it hasn't been a huge factor. Brissett has been able to operate for the most part. Second down and 9 from the 15-yard line. 8:50 to go in the third. Brissett Taps the ball, throws to the right side, caught by Cooper, works his way down the sideline, walking a tightrope, and he's out of bounds across the 40, out near the 45. There's that smooth route running ability once again of Amari Cooper, 28-yard catch and run.
Witherspoon fall off about 5 or 6 yards. Cooper, a guy you want to get up and get some hands on him, because when he's able to push you on your toes and get in and out of that break so quick, tough to defend. The Browns are in an empty set right there. Once again, getting the ball to Jacoby. He's getting it out quick with a quick out route for Cooper, and he's able to tiptoe down the sideline to pick up some extra yards.
Matched up with Akello Witherspoon, the 6-year veteran, formerly of the 49ers. First down and 10 from the 42. Fake the handoff. They block for Brissett. Dumps it off. Njoku, catch and run. 45, 50. Njoku into the air, and a first down to the 45. Posick with a key block. The former Seattle Seahawk, now the starting center for the Browns, stepping in for the injured Nick Harris. That's good for 12 yards.
Tight end screen right there, faking the handoff to Nick Chubb to the left. Njoku lined up on the line of scrimmage to the right. He stays in and acts as though he's going to block for a few seconds, and then is able to turn around and catch the ball from Jacoby and pick up the first down.
The Chief has now gone 8 catches for 81 yards to lead the Browns. First and 10 at the Pittsburgh 45. Brissett under center. Handoff. Chubb through the middle. Chubb, spin move. He's pushed from behind and nearly gets the first down. Nick Chubb never stops, and that offensive line helped Wills and Posick for some bonus yards, 8 total. Later on, we'll select the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Did you know that right now, whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance? Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy.
That last one should have been 4 yards. Yep. Chubb carried about 4 people for another 4 yards to pick up that 8. There goes that squad again. That's 675. He can carry a few guys with him.
6 offensive linemen, second and short, under 7 minutes to go in the third. Pittsburgh with a 1-point lead. Fake the handoff. Brissett in the pocket. Now to his right. Brissett on the move. He's going to run for the first down. Flag down as Brissett is tripped at the end of the play, rolling out of bounds. Penalty marker comes down at the 46.
Offense number 68.
Coming back.
10-yard penalty. 3 plays, second down.
And it was the extra offensive lineman, Michael Dunn, a backup center and guard in his 3rd year from Maryland, called for the hold.
Yeah, the 3-year pro, it's a drop back pass, and he's expecting Jacoby to stay in the pocket right there. Jacoby's looking, doesn't find anybody open, and he rolls out to the right to pick up the first down. Dunn's not expecting that, so he grabs a big hold of Splain's jersey, and he tries to spin out of it, but that's definitely a holding call.
So it goes from second to short, second and long. 6:14 and counting left in the third quarter from the 46-yard line. Brissett handed off, bread and butter, it's Chubb. Chubb with a juke move to the 40-yard line. In between the hash marks, he's trampled down. Terrell Edmonds whiffed initially, and he turns it into a 7.5-yard gain. It's going to be third down for Cleveland.
Yeah, the Browns' entire offensive line is running to the left, what we call a zone scheme. They're all moving to the left side in unison. Chubb gets the ball, and he's able to cut back against the grain. A little jump cut to get around Edmonds, and they're able to wrap him up, but a nice run. Good vision by Chubb to see the cutback.
Line of scrimmage is the 38. This is a 3rd and 3. Kareem Hunt now in there replacing Chubb. Motion man near side, David Bell. Brissett on a give. Squeezing through a hole, and Hunt's going to come up just short. He tried the second effort to get to the sticks, and they're going to mark him a yard shy. Gains 2. He tripped over Jack Conklin, and now it's 4th and 1.
QB sneak specialist Jacoby Brissett. We talked about it early on. I would expect the Cleveland Browns to do the same thing. Line up, put Jacoby under the center, get the snap, put your foot in the ground, and plow forward for the first down.
It was 4th and inches the last time they faced this situation. This is a full yard. 4th and 1 for Brissett. Njoku motion man, tight formation on 4th down. Play clock is down to 4. Now Hunt shifts to the backfield along with Chubb. Handoff, big hole. Hunt's got the first down inside the 30. It didn't look pretty, but it was effective. Brissett went down as he handed the ball off, and then it was Kareem Hunt who did the rest.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt motions into like a fullback position, and Jacoby looks like he trips over one of the offensive linemen as he's handing the ball off, but he's able to get it in the gut of Kareem Hunt, who makes a nice move and picks up the first down off the right side of that offensive line.
There is an injured Brown, and it's Jedrick Wills, the first-round pick in 2020, 10th overall out of Alabama, starting left tackle. James Hudson would come in to replace him. Medical staff is checking on Wills. 4:31 to play, third quarter. Steelers 14, the Browns 13. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi, if I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
If your business's current roster isn't doing all the blocking and tackling you'd like them to, then the right play is to run with Indeed. Their powerful all-in-one hiring solution has smart tools to help you easily attract, interview, and hire quality candidates. With Instant Match, the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from their resume database that fit your job description. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
Iron Eagle Jason McCourty here in the Grainger broadcast booth at First Energy Stadium for the go-getters who make sure jobs get done right. There's Grainger. Discover how Grainger can help you create a safer, more productive workplace when you call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Jedrick Wills walked off on his own power, but the gait was not natural. There was a bit of a limp. So James Hudson, second-year backup tackle, will step in and replace him on that left side. New set of downs to work with at the 27-yard line of Pittsburgh. Cleveland is driving, trailing by 1. We approach 4 minutes to go in the third. Handoff to Chubb, rumbling up the middle. Chubb crosses the 25-yard line, dropped after the gain of 3 by Devin Bush Jr.
Yeah, Wills was rolled up on that last play as he's jogging into the tunnel right now, heading to the locker room. But he got rolled up on by Cam Hayward, just kind of in a pile, and guys roll up on your legs. Seems to be okay as he's on a slow trot inside the locker room, but we'll see.
The extended action here for Hudson, former fourth-round pick. A throw to the near side, bang-bang play after the grab by Cooper. He was hit immediately by Witherspoon, and they pick up 6 yards on the pass.
Take what the defense gives you. Jacoby sees right there. Witherspoon's playing off in coverage. He's able to hit Cooper on a quick pass and pick up some yards.
Third down and 1. Quarterback keeper Brissett lunges forward for a first down. So that is effective, and it's working, and they're using it to keep this drive going, using up more clock here at the tail end of the third quarter.
Yes, a nice opening drive of this Cleveland Browns offense, doing a good job of mixing the ball, running the ball, and then mixing in those quick pass plays on the outside, notably to Amari Cooper.
Line of scrimmage is the 16-yard line. We are under 3 minutes to go now in the third. Browns within striking distance. Brissett, shotgun. Steelers press the line a bit, now back off. Snap. Brissett looks to his left, throws, guns, end zone, short of it, and it's broken up. Njoku was at the 2-yard line. Cameron Sutton spilled him out to make sure he couldn't squeeze it. Incomplete.
A nice pass concept right there by the Cleveland Browns. The receiver on the outside is going to come in and run an inside route, while Njoku in the slot is going to run an outside route, and they're going to cross paths. But give Cam Sutton some credit. He's covering the outside receiver, sees the ball in the air, hits Njoku right square in his hands, but Cam Sutton hits him low right as the ball's there and is able to dislodge the ball from Njoku's hands.
Jacoby Brissett won a Super Bowl as a member of the Patriots, a starter for Indianapolis in 2017 and 2019. Second down and 10. Brissett sits in the pocket. He throws it. It bangs off the back of the defender Witherspoon, tossing to the right. Amari Cooper, the intended target. It's incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10.
Great job by Witherspoon. Amari Cooper lined up in the slot to the right. They go right back to an earlier concept. Cooper on a quick out route. And I said earlier, Witherspoon was far off in coverage. This time up and press, getting his hands on Cooper. It was like synchronized swimming. As soon as Cooper made the break, he dropped his hips, broke right with him, and was able to knock the ball down.
Cleveland is 4 of 9 on 3rd downs tonight. From the 16-yard line, 3rd down and 10. Brissett in the pocket, throws over the middle, looking for Hunt. He's got it, but short of a first down. And it's actually ruled incomplete. He juggled it and lost it on the play, so no 7-yard gain. Field goal unit comes on for Cleveland.
Yes, Hunt coming out of the backfield, running a kind of angle route is what we call it. He comes out to the right and then cuts into the middle of the field to try to lose the linebacker. Ball hits him right between the numbers. He's not able to hold on to it. Would have been short of the first down either way if he made the catch. 2 Pittsburgh defenders was waiting on him.
Cade York, 4th-round draft pick, rookie out of LSU. Witherspoon injured on the play, and the medical staff is talking to him along the Pittsburgh sideline. York, highly coveted, won a national title in college, made a 59-yard field goal in a high school All-American game, and that turned a lot of heads in the kicking community. This is a 34-yard attempt trying to give Cleveland the lead. Hewlett will snap it. Bojorquez to hold it along the right hash. Rookie Cade York. Snap, placement, leans into it and knocks it through. The Browns go in front. 16-14 with 2:31 left. 3rd quarter. Reminder that for every field goal made tonight and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American original for over 100 years. Pro Shave America, Pro Shave. Barbasol, 2:31 on the clock. 3rd quarter action continues with the Browns now in front by 2. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood 1.
2000, 2008, 2022. When it comes to the economy, those are some scary years. .com crash, housing crash, and the roller coaster we're going through right now. It's a dangerous time to not know your numbers. But over 31,000 businesses have the confidence and clarity they need because they rely on NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, improve margins. Everything you need all in one place. So, how do you prepare for uncertain times? The answer, NetSuite. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your business processes, and easily see where to save money. That's why 93% of customers say they improved their visibility and control when they upgraded to NetSuite. What are you waiting for? NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Hi, Tom Bodette here. Thinking about road tripping to the family reunion. Potato salad, doing battle with the sun, dog crawling all over the cousins, and nothing brings us closer than someone squished in the middle seat. Well, it's a good thing Motel 6 has clean, comfortable rooms at a great low rate. They'll get you out of that minivan so the kids can get all spiffed up before Grandma starts pinching their cheeks. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on. For you.
Other banks go out of their way to make redeeming credit card rewards
needlessly complicated, like how they require minimums or force you to use your rewards before reaching some arbitrary expiration date. But Discover isn't like that. With Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time, so you'll never have to jump through hoops. Unless you're like a trapezist, then by all means, go right ahead. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
Back here in Cleveland, where the Browns now lead the Steelers 16-14. Browns are going to kick it off from left to right with Cade York. Gunnar Olszewski standing at his own 2-yard line, waiting, end-over-end kick, and this one is boomed through the back of the end zone. Touchback out to the 25. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC Sunday night. The San Francisco 49ers meet the Denver Broncos. Of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com. Jason, some injuries in addition to Walker, who will not return with a knee injury. Owusu Koromoa, questionable with a groin injury. And Taven Bryan, questionable with a hamstring injury. Tony Fields is in there at linebacker. It's a handoff. Harris running up the middle, and he picks up a yard. That's it. The Browns swarm to the football, led by Fields, the second-year linebacker from West Virginia.
Yes, you talked about injuries, and that's one of the toughest things when you're just playing the game on Sunday. You come in now, it's Thursday night, your body doesn't get that typical recovery that you're used to, a full week in between games. Injuries sometimes pile up on these Thursday night games.
This is only the third possession of the third quarter. Steelers trailing the Browns 16-14. We are under 2 minutes to go. Line of scrimmage is the 26. Feed it to Harris. No, a fake. Trubisky will run to the left. Tripped up at the last moment. Looked like Trubisky would have enough for the first down, but Taki got his hand in there. 6-yard gain.
We haven't seen much of that from Trubisky, of pulling the ball out of the running back's belly and him keeping himself. We call it kind of a quarterback read. He's reading the end man on the line of scrimmage for the Browns and decides to keep it himself on that one.
He is mobile. He can scramble. That's been part of his game since he became a pro. Trubisky on 3rd and 3. Lofts it near side. Incomplete. Over the shoulder attempt by Deontay Johnson. Trubisky tried to drop it in the bucket. Denzel Ward there defensively for Cleveland. It's 4th down.
Trubisky takes a big hit, but he stands in there. The Cleveland Browns are running a robber coverage. He sees the safety drop down, so he throws it deep to Deontay Johnson on that side. But give Denzel Ward credit. Feisty getting his hands in there to make sure Johnson can't come down with it.
And Jason, it's a 3 and out for the Steelers. Harvin the punt. And it sails off the side of his foot along the right. It does take a Steeler roll, bouncing at the 32, and now it's going to settle in middle of the field at the 20. So he caught a break as that ball ricocheted in the favor of Pittsburgh, good for 49 yards. Each weekend on NFL Insider, Westwood One Scott Graham goes beyond the headlines to bring you closer to the action. He's joined by guests from around the league, plus NFL Network and Westwood One analyst Jason McCourty. NFL Network insider Ian, not Ian, Rappaport. If you miss NFL Insider Live, you can now listen each week on demand at westwood1sports.com.
That's an interesting conversation. Ian versus Ian. Which one's the correct way? I had to make sure when I came in tonight, hey, it's Ian.
Jason, think of Brian and just take off the BR, and then you're good forever.
Jamie Erdahl, my coworker, told me you were going to say that tonight.
That's my go-to. Because people are like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. Handoff to Nick Chubb, running to the left. Chubb secures the football as the Steelers were trying to knock it out of his hands. He gains 5 yards on the play. Miles Jack with the tackle.
Nick Chubb off to the left side, making a few moves, dancing in the backfield to be able to pick up a few yards. The Steelers defense is going to have to do a little bit better of a job of getting to Nick Chubb a little earlier.
Jacoby Brissett is having a good night. 19 of 28, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 12 carries, 79 yards for Chubb. 2nd down and 5 from the 25. Down to 25 seconds to go in the 3rd. Handed off. Chubb tries that right side. Jump cut towards the left. Chubb nearly gets first down yardage. They ride him down a yard short. Hayward and Highsmith combined on the stop. That's going to be the final play of this third quarter.
Cleveland Browns not hiding what they wanted to hear. There's only one wide receiver on the field. The Steelers have matched their personnel with only one corner out there, but they're letting them know, hey, we're handing the ball off and we're running right at you.
End of 3. Competitive one tonight in Cleveland. The Browns on top of the Steelers, 16-14. The fourth quarter is coming up. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood 1.
Come on, we're going to be late to the cookout.
I was just packing up my famous mac and cheese.
I hope you packed the Pepto, too.
Huh?
Pepto-Bismol provides fast relief from heartburn and indigestion. You know, that uncomfortable feeling after you eat too much? And after the deviled eggs, baked beans, and barbecue ribs? You're going to need it.
Barbecue ribs? I should probably pack an extra shirt, too.
Good call.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Main wreckage on the south side of the tracks. Report of male driver, late 20s, severe injuries.
Copy that.
Can you see the vehicle?
No, it's way up there. I heard a witness say the stop arm was down, but he tried to beat the train anyway.
Too many drivers are killed crossing railroad tracks, even though they know a train is approaching. What they don't know is, even after it breaks, a train can take up to a mile to stop.
Requesting ambulance stretcher to shuttle crash victim back to the road.
Copy.
Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? They may drop little hints like,
beautiful day out. Even more beautiful since we saved by bundling our home and car insurance with Geico.
Or,
yard work is hard. Much harder than bundling with Geico, which was easy.
Or it may be even subtler, like,
speaking of burgers, we bundled our home and car insurance with Geico and saved a bunch of money.
Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
Iron Eagle Jason McCourty here in the Grainger broadcast booth, First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. On the job, MVPs like you rely on Grainger for supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by one of 250 Grainger branch locations. The Browns 16, the Steelers 14. We start the fourth quarter here at First Energy Stadium. Dog poundage rocking, fans fired up, and now Cleveland with an opportunity to keep this drive alive. A 3rd and 1 at the 29. We've seen Brissett do it himself on a couple of occasions. Tight formation, just one receiver along the left. Setting the tight end in motion, Bryant. Take the handoff. To the right, Brissett looking, long ball, wide open, catch made, Amari Cooper spilled out inside the 40. First down, Browns into Pittsburgh territory.
One receiver on the field, Pittsburgh Steelers, one corner on the field. The Steelers fully committed to the run. A play action pass, Amari Cooper lined up outside to the left versus Cam Sutton. He takes it all the way across the field, and Jacoby is able to hit him with no safety back there, no safety at all. Cam Sutton and Cooper one-on-one. Cooper wins that battle.
32-yard reception. Akello Witherspoon is out. Hamstring injury for Pittsburgh. First down, running play. Chubb, jump cut to the right. Chubb breaks a tackle. Chubb's got 2 tacklers with him, carries them to the 22-yard line. Excellent effort, 16 yards. It was Malik Reed who could not bring him down, and Chubb got the bonus yards after contact.
We kind of get so used to these runs, it looks normal. But Chubb gets the ball to the left, jump cuts back to the right, runs through a tackler, somebody hits him from the back, and you think he's going to bring him down, but it just propels him forward to pick up another 5 yards on the play.
Injury update, Jedrick Wills is back in there at left tackle for Cleveland. First down at the 23-yard line of Pittsburgh. Brissett on a give. This time it's Hunt running up the middle. Hunt takes it to the 15-yard line. 8-yard gain for Kareem Hunt. They've got thunder and lightning, fire and ice. Whatever two things you want to put together, it works for Chubb and Hunt.
Whatever two things that are destructive would be a good way to describe those two. Now Hunt, right side of the line, right through a huge hole, carrying guys, picking up yards.
Peanut butter and jelly, if you're into that.
Jason and Ian,
yeah.
However you want to describe
it. It's just a combination. 2nd down and 2. Motion man, Schwartz, the speed scoop to the far side. Handoff, Hunt up the middle, spin move. He's tackled by Highsmith right at the line to gain, and it appears to be just short. By about the length of the football, it's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard.
Number 68.
I expect Cleveland to bring in the big guys and line up, whether it's Jacoby on the QB sneak or handing it off to one of these running backs. They're going to run and try to pick up the 1st down.
Extra offensive linemen, 146 rushing yards tonight for Cleveland. They've been terrific on the ground through 3 weeks of play. 3rd down and inches. Brissett leaning, picks the hole, and takes it for a 1st down. Pumps his fist, and the crowd responds. Brissett bursting through to set up a 1st and goal.
Jacoby, usually a guy that's even kill, fired up after that play. QB sneak picks up way more than just the yard that they needed, picking up 5 yards on the play. A nice play by Jacoby to pick up the 1st down and get excited with it, show that emotion.
Ball is spotted just short of the 8. 11:40 to play in the 4th quarter. Browns lead at 16-14. Looking for more. Shotgun formation, Brissett. Bell, the motion man, settles in to the left. Handoff. Hunt running towards the middle. Now angle to the right. He's tackled inside the 5. Hunt again will not go down on first contact. He brings Bush and Hayward with him for a gain of 4.
These two running backs are so impressive because the first guy hits him at about the line of scrimmage almost, and he's able to carry those two guys to pick up the 4 yards. He's lined up to the left of Brissett, gets the ball coming across to the right, and he's hitting, he's just dragging guys along with him.
2nd and goal for Cleveland. Under 11 minutes to play, 4th quarter. Shotgun Brissett. Brissett on a give. Hunt loops it to the near side, cuts it upfield. Hunt stonewalled at the goal line. He picks up 2, but he wasn't going to run through Devin Bush Jr. Terrific tackle made by the Steelers defense. It looked like Hunt had a head of steam.
Yes, we just talked about him carrying guys. Devin Bush and Miles Jack said enough of that as Bush makes the initial contact, hitting him right on the 1-yard line, and Miles Jack comes over the top to finish off the tackle, knocking Hunt backwards, making sure he doesn't cross that goal line.
3rd and goal for Cleveland. Just short of the 1. Shotgun Brissett. Handoff. Cut. Inside run. Hunt fighting for it at the goal line. He's driven down by Wormley. Short. He was looking for pay dirt. It's 4th down. They're going to make personnel changes here. They'll go beefier with another tight end. 4th down and goal.
Took about 5 Pittsburgh Steelers on that last one to be able to stop Hunt and slow him down before crossing that goal line.
7 offensive linemen in this formation. On 4th down, back set up in the eye. Brissett hands it off. Chubb goes airborne. He's in. Touchdown. The Browns get the score. Chubb goes up top for 6. And Cleveland extends the lead.
Chubb is a jumper. He comes in. He goes to go up over the top of the offensive lineman. And you'll see right here, they have a big guy in the backfield leading the way for Nick Chubb. My guy, Yelder Froholt, and he leads the way. Chubb goes to go up and over. Pittsburgh does a good job initially, kind of stonewalling him, but he's able to land back on his feet and fall into the end zone.
Extra point is good for York. That was Yelder Froholt. You just mentioned it, Jason, the former Patriot and Texan, helping to create a little extra space for Chubb to work with. And the Cleveland Browns now lead it 23-14 over the Steelers. 9:29 to play. Fourth quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Kevin Hart, and guess what? I've got my own channel on Sirius XM, Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio, channel 96. We play the best stand-up comedy from some of my favorite comedians, and I got my own show. It's called Straight from the Heart, and I host it with a bunch of unattractive friends of mine. They call the Plastic Cup Boys. Every Tuesday and Thursday, real, raw, authentic conversation. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Laugh Out Loud Radio right here on Sirius XM, channel 96. Don't miss it.
For the end zone, he throws and it's caught. Touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show. Live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
The President's Cup is on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
Clinches the President's Cup for Team USA.
The Americans.
To the hole, he made it. He goes crazy. The Americans win another match.
The Internationals.
Matsuyama, outside right, hooking left. Good line. He did make it.
Hear coverage of the President's Cup right now on PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92, and the SXM app. Available with all of our trials and popular plans.
Check a flag right here. I want a lot more of those big trophies.
Listen to SiriusXM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 and on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans. Sunday, we're back on the track
At 2:30 p.m. Eastern.
with NASCAR Cup Series Racing. It's the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 500 from Texas Motor Speedway.
SiriusXM NASCAR Radio
Channel 90.
I hyper-focus on doing my job.
Hell yeah, baby!
Take a mile for a train to stop. So at every rail crossing, stop, because trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA. Iron Eagle Jason McCourty here in Cleveland. The Browns once again have a fourth quarter lead. And we know what happened on Sunday against the New York Jets. A complete meltdown. Right now, Cleveland fans are joyous. The Browns in front 23-14, 9:29 on the clock. Cade York approaches, and the big kickoff end over end. It sails through the uprights. No points, but impressive out to the 25.
One pass that last drive, Ian. They came out there and we said, hey, they have one receiver on the field. They're handing the ball off to Nick Chubb to the right, Kareem Hunt to the left. They really they set the tempo on that drive right there. Hey, we're going to continue to run the ball as we're looking out into the stands and we see a guy with a Cleveland Browns shirt on that says, run the ball, Kevin. So maybe he's looking out, he sees it too.
That could be a big seller here locally. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now on the field with Najee Harris. Handoff to him, and he's slowed down, gets back to the line of scrimmage to the right. Hit by Martin Emerson on the play. No gain.
I think Pittsburgh's going to open it up here. Right now, the Cleveland Browns going down there, putting points on the board. A little bit more pressure now is going to be on Mitch Trubisky in this offense. They start with a handoff to Najee Harris, but we're going to want to see them try to do something this drive to try to close the gap on the Browns.
They'll send two receivers to the right, one to the left. And it's Trubisky operating out of the gun. Najee Harris to his right. Snap. Trubisky in the pocket, steps, fires it downfield. It is incomplete. A collision with Claypool, the intended target. He was hit by John Johnson, the former Ram, on the play.
Claypool lined up in a slot, coming across the middle on what we call an over route, running from the right side of the field, about 18 yards deep, getting to the left side around the hash. John Johnson does a great job coming from his safety position to close the gap and knock the ball loose on Claypool.
So now it's 3rd and 10, and the fans are riled up. 8:46 to go, fourth quarter. Cleveland 23, Steelers 14. Shotgun for Trubisky. Movement on the line, flags down.
Offense, 69. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So a penalty call against Kevin Dotson, third-year left guard on the jump. So 3rd and 10 is now 3rd and 15. Ball spotted at the 20.
This might be Miles Jack time. This is kind of right around the time your all-star defensive end can make a play and impact this game.
Garrett is yet to register a sack. Trubisky steps, throws it too high, over the head of his tight end Freiermuth, and it's 4th down. And this drive ends quietly.
Freiermuth open over the middle, sits it down, would have been short of the first down, but Mr. Trubisky just sails it over his head. A throw you want to see him make, kind of get them a little bit more yards, but it didn't matter. It was going to be short. They were going to have to punt the ball either way. A great opportunity for this Cleveland Browns team right now.
Presley Harvin puts it up in the air, end over end. Chester Rogers ranging over to his right. He's going to return it. Caught at the 35. He takes it to the 38.5-yard line, and that's where he's dropped. James Pierre on special teams makes the play, a 48-yard punt. The Cleveland Browns have got the 23-14 lead with 8:32 to play. 4th quarter. Back to Cleveland in a moment. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs, but the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more, and you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
At CDW, we get the right network makes remote locations seem less remote.
Great, because my data is lagging out here.
CDW can orchestrate the Aruba Edge Services platform, bringing computing closer to where data is created. It automates, unifies, and secures the edge, fixing problems before they impact your business, giving your network a sixth sense. Someone at the door?
Just a moose. He works here.
Aruba and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Aruba.
When Big Mobile charges you an arm and a leg, they're taking your money and your power. And your arm and leg. Boost Mobile gives your power back with an unlimited plan for $25 a month on one of America's largest 5G networks. We can't give you back your arm and your leg because we're not qualified surgeons. Unless you're an iguana who can grow limbs back. Switch to Boost and get an unlimited plan for $25 a month. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. New customers only. One line, $25 per month with autopay. Additional restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com for details.
This season, for the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast stream live for free. Thursdays, Mondays, Sunday nights, the international games, holiday triple headers, and every postseason game. Catch all the action on the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, all sponsored by AutoZone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. 8:32 to go. Now the Steelers leaning on their defense to make this a quick drive for Cleveland and get the football back.
And this is where the defense kind of fell apart last week. New England was able to drive the ball down and put the game away. Let's see what the Cleveland Browns are able to do with their possession.
Running football team, they've been successful on the ground, so no shocker. Hand off to Chubb on first down, running the right side, just inside the numbers, and he dives for 2, brought down by Jameer Jones, who was signed just before the season began. He was formerly with Pittsburgh, and they picked him up for some added depth at that defensive end / linebacker spot.
As the time continues to tick away, Pittsburgh wants to have a 3-and-out here. They need to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
8 minutes to play. 4th quarter, 23-14 Browns looking to move to 2-1 after the gut-wrenching loss last week to the Jets. Shotgun, Brissett looks to his right now, throws over the middle. Safety valve has been Njoku all night. Bangs his way for a first down. Once again, 3 defenders there to greet him. It didn't matter. Malik Reed, Devin Bush, Njoku's got a career-high 9 catches to lead the Browns.
I was a little nervous. They come out there and empty, and there's no running back out there. They got the 5 receivers spread out, but they're able to run the concept they run. Njoku lined up at the number 3 position inside, working against those linebackers. A nice, easy pitch and catch.
Well, they've got a running back out there now with Nick Chubb, and he lines up behind Brissett. It's going to use up more clock. 7 minutes to go. Handoff. It is Chubb running to the right. Chubb keeps those legs moving to pick up 3.5, 4 yards. Alex Highsmith in on the stop along with Reed. Don't miss all the NFL action next Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video. The Miami Dolphins meet the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, you can also hear Thursday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 Eastern. Minka Fitzpatrick made big plays. Week 1. Interception return for a touchdown. Week 2, another INT. Minka has not been a huge factor tonight so far for Pittsburgh.
No, he hasn't. Jacoby's done a good job keeping the ball away from him when they're passing. And in the run game, he's came up and made some good tackles.
6 offensive linemen. Handoff. Doesn't go anywhere. Highsmith shoots in and spins down Chubb for a loss of 4. So now this is going to set up 3rd down. We're going to hit the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter.
Right there, Cleveland's trying to pull people around from the left side to the right side to open up something for Nick Chubb on the right side of that offensive line. But Highsmith lines up and he shoots the gap from behind and is able to chase the play down for the tackle for a loss.
Brings up 3rd down and 12 from the 48-yard line. Shotgun snap, Brissett. He's got Hunt to his right. Steps, throws, bounces off the shoulder of Cooper. Incomplete. Would have been a 1st down and then some for Cleveland. That one was a hummer from Jacoby Brissett, but Cooper could not haul it in on a tight spiral.
Cooper working one-on-one against Levi Wallace, does a good job of getting inside, and that's a timing throw. As soon as he comes out of the cut on the inside, Jacoby puts the ball on his shoulder pad, but it was a dart coming in there. By the time Cooper got his head around, it was just too hot to handle, bounces off his shoulder pad, goes up in the air, but lands on the ground.
Bojorquez, some pressure, but he deals with it end over end, middle of the field. Olszewski gets out of the way. The ball bounces at the 10, settles in at the 5, and the Browns will down it with 5:29 to play. The Steelers will have the football at their own 5-yard line, trailing in this one, 23-14, a 47-yard punt from Bojorquez. More 4th quarter action when we return. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood 1.
You've got bugs. What's your move? A rattly can? Or a simple spritz? Bugs near your kids and pet? Will it be ingredients you can't pronounce? Ew. Or essential oils? Bother the bugs, not your family. Zevo uses essential oils, which attack bugs' biological systems, so Zevo kills bugs, plus is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Zevo. People-friendly. Bug-deadly. Now at a store near you.
Hey, football fans, don't miss your local games or that last-second field goal. All you need is an antenna hooked up to your TV, and you can see live football for free. That's right, free. No subscription, no fees, no credit card info required, just your TV and an antenna. And then live sports news and other popular shows are yours for free. Go to thefreetvproject.org. That's thefreetvproject.org to get started. Thefreetvproject.org. Antennas up, game on. Furnished by EW Scripps.
If for your business the fall season is going to be a whole new ball game, then you need Indeed. Their integrated hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire quality candidates all in one place. Sponsor a job and Instant Match instantly sends you a short list of quality candidates from Indeed's resume database who fit your job description. No more hiring fumbles for your team. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
5:29 to play. Fourth quarter, the Browns on top of the Steelers, 23-14. Pittsburgh with the football. A reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcer Jason McCourty every weekday on Good Morning Football. That's 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern and Pacific, and it's only on NFL Network. Does that mean 7 a.m. tomorrow, Jason?
Yes, I'll be on there, 7 a.m. tomorrow. I'm a working man.
You are a grinder. Trubisky throwing to the right side. It's caught by Claypool, and that quiets the crowd for a moment as he gets out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Backed up on the 5-yard line, close to the end zone. Getting Trubisky on the move again. Catches the snap in the shotgun, rolls straight to the right, and is able to get Claypool on an out route down the sideline to pick up some yards.
Time of possession in favor of Cleveland by about 12 minutes. Trubisky throws off his back foot, doesn't have much on it. Diving attempt, Deontay Johnson, and it's incomplete. Along that left side, Myles Garrett with the pressure on Trubisky. Pittsburgh has run 47 plays compared to 65 for Cleveland. 25 passes for the Steelers. Cleveland, good balance. 33 rushing plays, 31 passes.
We haven't seen Trubisky make the throws this fourth quarter. Deontay Johnson is open there. Ball just too low. Last drive, third down, sails over the tight end, fire moves head. We haven't seen him make the throws in this crucial time.
Third down and 3. Steelers are just 1 of 7 on third down tonight. Shotgun for Trubisky. Trubisky out of the pocket to his left. In pursuit, Trubisky is dropped. Jacob Phillips. A blitz from Cleveland, and it pays off.
Jacob Phillips comes right down the middle on a blitz. Najee Harris goes to pick him up. He's able to hit him with a swim move and evade him to the left and chase Trubisky down from the back as he tries to get out the pocket, making a big third down stop. Phillips stepping in with the absence of the linebackers in front of him.
Anthony Walker Jr. out with a knee injury. Phillips has played a lot of snaps tonight. The punt from Harvin high in the air. Chester Rogers gets under it, doesn't fair catch it, instead catches and then turns it upfield to the 49-yard line. Miles Boykin again on special teams gets down there for Pittsburgh. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Thursday Night Football.
This is Bill Leckitz. Join me following Steelers-Browns for the Late Hits postgame show until 2 a.m. Eastern, right here on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The NFL Votes campaign encourages civic engagement among players and fans. All 32 NFL teams are making their stadiums available for election-related activities if needed. Learn more at nfl.com/votes. Browns can put this game on ice with a long drive. There's only 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in regulation. Handoff to Kareem Hunt. Up the middle, Hunt driven backwards. Forward progress will get him just across midfield and hit by Miles Jack on the play.
Pittsburgh, they're first.
Steelers have 2 timeouts remaining. Cleveland will face a second and long.
The difference this half has been both teams have been able to put some long drives together, but the Cleveland Browns have ended their drives with some points on the board, and that's the difference of the score right now. The 23-14 with Cleveland ahead. They've been able to finish the drives. The question now lingers, are they able to finish the game? We haven't seen them do that. They were up 20-7 in Week 1 versus the Panthers. Last week, we all know about the meltdown versus the Jets. Can they finish the game in the fourth quarter against their division rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Cleveland facing a 2nd and 9 from midfield. They enter action at 1-1 on the season. 31-30 loss to the Jets last week. That victory over Carolina, but they held them off 26-24 and won on a 58-yard field goal. Handoff to Chubb. Trying to loop to the outside right. He is brought down by Cameron Hayward. That's like an eclipse when you enter the vicinity of Hayward.
Calls their second time out of the half.
Got swallowed up on the play. Timeout Pittsburgh with 4:05 left here in the fourth. Every Westwood One football broadcast this season It's now available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Browns.
3rd and 10 right here. You want to pick up this first down. Don't be too conservative. Give the ball to Jacoby. Let him be able to get the ball down the field and find a guy for the first down. He's made a ton of good decisions tonight. Lean on him and let him do his thing.
Shotgun here for Brissett. He's got Chubb perpendicular to the right. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Brissett, step. Brissett is sacked back at the 41 by Highsmith. So Cleveland elected to throw the football, try to make something happen. They absorbed the sack. The clock is rolling. 3:48 and counting left in the 4th.
3 receivers lined up to the left and a bunch set where all 3 of them are tight together. David Njoku split up top, single receiver by himself, one-on-one coverage. I thought that's where Jacoby was going to go with the ball, give his big target a chance to go up and make a play, but doesn't make a mistake, takes the sack. But like you said, Ian, the clock is still rolling.
Jedrick Wills got spun around on the play, and Highsmith got home. Punt ball, Horquez high in the air, angle to the right side. Olszewski moves over there, and it's out of bounds, rolling along the white of the sideline. They're going to mark it out at the 20. 3:13 to play. Steelers get the football back, and they trail the Browns 23-14. 39-yard punt for Bojorquez. Pittsburgh has 1 timeout left, and they've got a first down at their own 20-yard line.
Credit this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. They're continuing to get the ball back to this offense. Mitch Trubisky has to make some throws this drive. This may be their last chance to really have to put points on the board to give himself a chance to come back.
2 receivers off to the right. Trubisky takes the snap, looking to his left. He'll throw, sideline route, laying out Deontay Johnson. He's got it. He has perfected that move. What a catch by Johnson against Denzel Ward for 12.
Trubisky was going that way the whole time. As soon as he got the snap, he eyed him down, waited for him to open up. Denzel Ward, good coverage. It's tough to cover this guy as he's falling out of bounds, keeping his toes in there on the left sideline to haul in the pass.
7 catches, 75 yards, just short of the 33. Trubisky in the pocket. He guns it over the middle. Great catch by Freiermuth. In traffic and down in Cleveland territory at the 41-yard line. Bang, bang for Pittsburgh, and they're on the move with 2:52 to go.
Got something going now. Cleveland playing cover 2. Freiermuth able to hold on to the pass over top the linebacker.
That one covers 26 yards. Trubisky throws on the move and hooks up with Freiermuth again. Another catch for the tight end. He's got a first down out near the 25. That one good for 14 yards.
Trubisky finding success down the seams.
Trubisky operating quickly here. Once again, the shotgun. Trubisky will take a shot. Floats it. End zone. It is intercepted. Picked off by Emerson. They're going to rule it incomplete. That the ball hit the ground. Emerson believes he's got it. George Pickens, the intended target.
Trubisky throws it up to try to give Pickens a chance. Pickens, I don't think he's expecting the ball right there. He's able to tip it with his fingertips, bobbles in the air, and Emerson tries to haul it in. It's close. But I think that right foot steps out of bounds as he's going to make the catch. He only gets 1 foot in bounds as the right foot in the end zone steps on that right sideline, now not allowing him to come down with the ball.
Boy, that was nearly spectacular and would have put a cap on this one. Instead, Pittsburgh still alive. 2nd down and 10 from the 26. 2:23 to go. They trail 23-14. Trubisky throws underneath. Catch made right side at the 20. Pickens trying to break free, and he's tossed down on the play. Trying to break away from Isaac Rochelle. It's going to be 3rd down for the Steelers after a gain of 4. Quick snap. Trubisky looks to his left, rifles it towards the end zone, broken up, flagged out. Deontay Johnson with Denzel Ward, penalty marker on the play, 1:57 on the clock.
Outside numbers, this has been the matchup tonight. Denzel Ward versus Deontay Johnson. Trubisky throws it gives him a chance. Denzel Ward turns back over his inside shoulder to try to break up the pass on the right sideline.
Officials having a meeting right now at the 25. They break up, and here's the announcement.
Both teams on the play. Illegal shift. Offense is not all 11 players set prior to the snap. Pass interference. Defense, number 21. Those penalties offset at the previous spot. We'll replay third down.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. 1:57 on the clock. The Browns 23, the Steelers 14. Pittsburgh driving. We'll have that and resume play when we come back. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
Fourth quarter action here in Cleveland. Both teams at 1-1. The Browns have the advantage 23-14. 1:57 on the clock. It's a 3rd and 5 for Pittsburgh, just trying to stay alive and put the pressure on the Browns.
Yeah, that last one, those offsetting penalties. As the Steelers are going, hurry up. They're trying to go fast. You need to have everybody set before you're able to snap the ball. They didn't have that. And then Denzel Ward, right as the ball was getting there, he wrapped his left arm around Deontay Johnson, not allowing him to turn back and catch the ball. And that's why the refs threw a flag on the play.
Here we go. Steelers facing a 3rd and 5. They trail by 9 points. Trubisky operating from the gun. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Trubisky looking to his left, now flush to his right. Trubisky throws on the move, broken up. It was tipped out of there by Phillips on a pass to Freiermuth, and it's 4th down for Pittsburgh.
Trubisky under pressure there, rolling out to his right. This Cleveland Browns defense is able to come around. They're running a nice little stunt right there between the defensive end and the defensive tackle. The end comes underneath, and the tackle loops around, forcing Trubisky out the pocket, trying to find his tight end. But Phillips says, no, not today.
Jason, they're going to kick a field goal here, trailing by 9, recognizing they need 2 scores. So the kick from Boswell is good with a flag down. Whistles before the snap on a 40-yarder that he put straight through the uprights. Penalty marker thrown in the end zone. 2 flags on the play.
12 men on the field in formation on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
But now it's 4th and 1.
These Cleveland Browns fans are in the stands and they're saying, uh-oh, what are we doing? We're doing some of these Cleveland Browns things that we've done to lose us the game. Right there, they're going to kick a field goal. Now it's going to be 4th and 1, a decision for this Pittsburgh Steelers. Do they kick it still, or do they decide, hey, we got 1 yard to go, this may be our chance to try to score a touchdown?
Looks like they're sticking with the game plan, but Mike Tomlin is having a chat with Clay Martin, and Danny Smith, the special teams coordinator, is in there chomping on some big league chew. There's a lot of gum in there.
A ton. I don't know if that's how he keeps his nerves going throughout the game. Give him something to do, but yes, he is. Big league chew. Flashback to my childhood days.
That's shredded. I just like the whole packaging. It worked. You got that sugar rush right in the beginning.
Made me feel like I was a baseball player.
100%.
I just didn't have any of the skills.
Right. Stick it in your right cheek, let it sit there for a while. 34-yard attempt for Boswell. From the right hash, Boswell on the follow-through, and he knocks it in to cut into the Cleveland lead. 23-17, 1:48 to play. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol.
Right now, one timeout left for this Pittsburgh Steelers team, 1 minute and 48 seconds. I got to believe you got to go for the onside kick right here. If you give the ball back to the Cleveland Browns, one timeout just doesn't give you enough time to get the ball back. So I'm expecting an onside kick here. Amari Cooper said last week it was his ball to get.
Yep.
He maybe get a chance to redeem himself right here if the ball comes his way to possibly secure a win for the Cleveland Browns.
Last week for the Jets, it was the punter Braden Mann who delivered the onside kick, and the Jets got the recovery and then cashed in for the touchdown. Cleveland still had a chance driving down the field, but Brissett was picked off on the final play to give the Jets the win. Chester Rogers is the return man, but odds are he's not going to touch it. Mike Tomlin still having an extended conversation with the officials along the sideline. Boswell is getting himself set up, just waiting for the football. And here it comes.
On these onside kicks, it's so important. The Cleveland Browns have what we call their hands team on the field. A lot of guys that can handle the ball, and they're all watching to see how is Boswell going to put the ball on the tee. That sometimes dictates what type of kick they're going to get.
16% of onside kicks were recovered by the kicking team last season. Roll it on the ground, right side, it's up for grabs, and they knock it towards the sideline. Flag is thrown. Steelers thought they had a shot at it. It was sitting there, but then Cleveland made contact and smacked it along the sideline.
Peoples-Jones was the guy there to retrieve it, and as the ball's coming, he goes to dive forward for it, and the ball kind of skips right through his legs, it almost looks like, to go out of bounds, but flag on the play could be a possible offsides on the kickoff team, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Clay Martin is huddling up with his group. There were heart palpitations here inside First Energy Stadium with a possible deja vu from Sunday. Boswell put that one on the ground, and yes, there was a Steeler leaning. Might have been Pickens.
Offside, kicking team, number 14.
It is.
5 yards will be added to the dead ball spot. First down, Cleveland.
Browns have the football. The fans start to celebrate. The Steelers have one timeout remaining, 1 minute 46 on the clock.
The toughest thing, you put your onside kick team on the field. George Pickens hasn't covered many kickoffs throughout his career, and starts early there, wasn't even close, way off sides, doesn't even allow Pittsburgh a chance to get the ball back.
It's up the Browns with a tight formation here. They've got an offensive lineman set up in front of Chubb. 1:46 on the clock. Michael Dunn is the extra offensive lineman. Steelers can only stop it once. Brissett will get under center. Line of scrimmage is the 45 of Pittsburgh, a 6-point lead for the Browns. Dunn shifts out of the backfield. Handed off to Chubb. Got a crease. Chubb to the left and slammed down at the 43. Timeout taken. 4-yard gain, 1 minute 40 to play. That's the final timeout of the night for the Steelers.
Barring the Steelers defense doing something incredible, punching the ball loose, fumble, snap. This is going to be a tough one to come back from. Obviously, for the Cleveland Browns offense, they're going to continue to hand the ball off, and try to pick up a first down to ensure it. But this is almost over unless the Pittsburgh Steelers are able to make a crazy play.
If the Browns gain no more yards, you're looking at 10, 12 seconds left for Pittsburgh in a 6-point game. Obviously, Cleveland is trying to put this one on ice with a first down. 2nd down and 7. Running play up the middle. Very close. Nick Chubb not quite there. About a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 37-yard line with a chance to officially end it. They'll let time tick away. 23 on the play clock. 1 minute 16 seconds on the game clock.
such a defeating feeling for this defense. In this fourth quarter, we've seen time after time they've gotten the ball back, and now here you are again trying to hold on, but you know it's tough.
Trying to put this game on ice. 3rd and 1. Brissett. Long count. And they let the play clock wind down and call a timeout just before it hits 0-0. So 54 seconds remain. Every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season was being streamed for free from now until Super Bowl 57 in February. You can listen to our coverage of every primetime game via the NFL's official app on WestwoodOneSports.com or just by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood One Sports. 23-17, the Browns are a yard away from a 2-1 record. 54 seconds left. Cleveland breaks the huddle. Single setback, it's Nick Chubb. Motion man, Bryant from left to right. Handoff, Chubb trying to cut it upfield. Chubb, extra effort, leans in, and now it's just going to be a question of a spot. It's right on the line to gain. One official on the far side gave him a little bit more than the near side official. Micah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. And they separate the two teams. Again, that yellow line that we see on the television broadcast is not official, but if it were, the ball is right on it. The nose of the ball touches the line.
So close right here. And even if it happens not to be a first down for this Cleveland Browns offense, as time ticks away, it's going to be a few seconds. They may just decide to, hey, we're going to throw the ball high up in the air, out of bounds, and run off the remaining time on the clock to be able to go into a nice weekend while you celebrate the win.
They've got enough. It's a moot point. The Cleveland Browns have put this one away. Browns fans begin the celebration. Browns players remain on the field to run one last play in victory formation. The Steelers will drop to 1-2. Pittsburgh had played 3 straight regular season games decided by exactly 3 points. The differential here will be 6 points, with the Browns getting the W.
The greatest formation in football, where you can come out there in victory formation, just take a knee and know that that's all that she wrote. Credit to this Cleveland Browns team. A tough loss, letting the Jets come back at home last week, to come out here Thursday night in the performance they had. Not only Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but Jacoby Brissett coming out making throw after throw, not making any mistakes tonight, and being accurate and being on point.
Well, Jason, one order of business, though. All of these plays are reviewed under 2 minutes. If they elect to look at this to see if Chubb's knee was down, he may be short. This Close Shave Instant Replay Review sponsored by Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. A fresh take on the original, this new non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients and exceptional glide. Learn more at Barbasol.com. Nick Chubb has the helmet resting on the top of his head. Our referee, Clay Martin, is looking at the replay along the sideline on the Microsoft Surface. Mitch Trubisky still has his helmet on, hoping for one last gasp. There's 36 seconds remaining on the game clock.
Yeah, it was close. He's right next to the first down marker. His knee hits. There's just so many guys around. It's tough to see exactly where the ball is when that knee hits, but it is very close as they go to review this. The key thing for me with these reviews is it enough evidence to show otherwise? Because we just called it a first down when we went to measure. So I don't know if there's going to be enough evidence to say clear and concise that, hey, he was absolutely short of the first down line.
The line judge on the near side of the field, Maya Chaka, was the one who had it a bit short. On the other side, the official gave Chubb just enough. Mike Tomlin has been sharing his opinion with Maya Chaka. And I think Chaka had it right initially.
These measurements and these reviews are always so close to me because even when they go and review it, they may decide to move the ball a little bit and bring the chains back out, measure it again, and see where it's at. So it's always interesting to see exactly how you place the ball based on the reviews.
Jason, if they move it back even an inch or two, they're not going to get it.
They're not getting it.
And they got it basically by the nose of the football. And this has been a pretty long stretch for Clay Martin. He takes the headset off, he puts his microphone piece back in his ear, and he's going to relay the message.
After review, the runner was short of the line to gain. When the runner was forward, progress was stopped. The clock was at 50 seconds. Please set the game clock to 50 seconds. By rule, we will run 10 seconds down to 40 seconds. The game clock will start on my signal.
And these fans are restless, and they're looking at one another saying, why can't we have nice things? There was a 7-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. Now it's a 15-second differential, 40 seconds on the clock, the 10-second runoff, and 4th and inches for the Browns. So they've got to run a play and run a running play, hoping to get the first down, or Pittsburgh could have an opportunity. The clock is going to start now. So it's rolling with 35 seconds. They're going to hold off and use all of the play clock down to 15 seconds. Brissett trying to get the Steelers to jump. 10 seconds. Tight formation. In the backfield is Chubb, down to 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Brissett, 2 seconds. 1 second. And they walk away.
Timeout. Cleveland, their second. 30-second timeout.
So now 14 seconds on the clock. Clock is stopped and will not start until the snap. So Kevin Stefanski is going to send out his punter. Not taking any chances.
Try to pin him down here as far as you possibly can with just 14, 15 seconds left on the clock. Is going to force him, hey, we're not going to go for a field goal. We're not even going to give him a chance. Let's punt the ball, pin him down, and in 15 seconds, let's see what you can do and try to drive down and get some points on the board.
Special teams coach Mike Prefer's been doing this a long time, certainly tells his group, hey, look, we don't want the Steelers to touch the football. Put it in the corners. Even if it's a touchback, so be it. Do not allow a return to Olszewski, a former All-Pro return man when he was with the Patriots. Bojorquez waiting for the snap from Hewlett. Punt is on the way, end over end. He drops it in the right side and inside the 5, out of bounds. He does his job, and he does it well at the 4. He's getting some love from his teammates, dapped up. Bojorquez has got a big smile on his face. And now the Steelers have 9 seconds to work with. They have to go a grand total of 96 yards to win the game.
Specialists have to be special too, and right there, punting the ball, pinning them down on the 4-yard line. Exactly how they drew it up on the sideline right there when they decided to call that timeout and punt the ball.
5 defensive backs. They line up like a wall at the 31-yard line. Trubisky, shotgun, looking. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Pass is caught by Johnson. Pitch it back for Claypool. Toss it back. Running around. Najee Harris, he loses the ball. It's fumbled around, and it's recovered by the Browns in the end zone for a touchdown. Cleveland ends it with a defensive score, Denzel Ward, and it's over. The Browns bounce back after the brutal loss to the Jets on Sunday. They knock off the Pittsburgh Steelers here in week number 3.
Yeah, Steelers tossing the ball around. It gets to Najee Harris's hands. Myles Garrett wraps him up. He's trying to pitch it back to another guy. Ball ends up loose, rolling into the end zone. Denzel Ward's able to jump on it. Good chances to run that play and score a touchdown. Very, very slim. 96 yards away from their end zone. Game's over. Credit the Cleveland Browns. I said it earlier. Mental toughness, able to go through what they went through on Sunday and respond in a big way, getting a win in the division.
So Browns fans exiting the stadium with a very different emotion compared to what they experienced on Sunday against the Jets. Cleveland improves to 2-1, and they get the home victory over the Steelers 29-17. Cleveland with wins over Carolina, now Pittsburgh, sandwiched in between the loss to the New York Jets, but the Browns take care of business in an AFC North battle to improve to 2-1 and take over first place in the division, at least for now, as Week 3 unfolds.
Yes, a nice play to be, especially on these Thursday night games. You get a free weekend, but it's such a better feeling when you're able to win the game. And I think more importantly than that was the way they played tonight. They came out and they executed and won this game the way that they're built. Handing the ball off to Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, having Jacoby Brissett, yes, throwing the ball, making a few plays down the field, but making the right decision, getting the ball in Amari Cooper's hands early, getting the ball to David Njoku one-on-one versus the linebackers in positions where they had the advantage. They executed well, and they played a very solid football game tonight.
All eyes on the Cleveland Browns. How would they respond after the loss to the New York Jets? And the response was strong, well-balanced, got the running game going when they needed it, but the passing game was in sync. Brissett to Njoku in particular, that was the main connection throughout the night. And we're joined right now by David Njoku, who had a huge night on the receiving end. 9 catches, a career high, 89 yards, a touchdown. David, it's Ian Eagle and Jason McCourty. Congratulations on the victory. First and foremost, how your team responded. What was the build-up the last few days, and how did you feel going into this game, how the team would bounce back after the loss to the Jets?
You know, we had a bad taste in our mouth after the Jets, so much praise to the whole team, you know, coming back on a quick turnaround. Thursday night football, you got to love it, man. You got to love it. But we played great football, but there's always room to improve.
Yeah, you gotta love it, Njoku. This is Jason McCourty. I got a chance to be with you your rookie year, seeing you go to work. It was a delight watching you up here in the booth. But your quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, a guy that comes in, has been through a lot. What has his leadership meant to the team and his ability to get you guys going tonight and get a win after last week?
First off, Jay Baby, what it do, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
It's good to hear from you, for sure. But, you know, so proud of Jacoby. So proud of Jacoby. All the adversity, you know, throughout everything, you know, and just for him to rally up the troops and go hard tonight, you know, all the praise to him, for sure.
David, in your eyes, biggest key tonight, the way you guys started, got it moving late in that first quarter, and then the carryover, the good balance of pass and run when necessary. What can this offense be? When it's all said and done, what do you believe this group can do?
The sky's the limit, you know. If everyone's on the same page and we give it all we got, the sky's the limit.
You want to shout out Cedar Grove?
Shout out Cedar Grove, baby. We got it done tonight. We ain't done yet. Got to keep going.
The jersey.
Shout out Miami, too. I got to shout out Miami. You feel me?
David, you got it, man. Congratulations on the win. Go celebrate with your guys.
Thank you so much. Take care.
David Njoku with a big night, career high 9 catches, had the touchdown on a laser beam from Brissett. And you mentioned it, Jason. There is a lot of love in that locker room for Jacoby Brissett. His comportment, his attitude, his positivity, and his leadership, that's something that can permeate. And you can feel it. When you lose in the adverse way that they lost week 2, this thing could spin out of control. Instead, the Browns got a hold of it, and they get a much-needed win tonight against the division rival.
Without a doubt, and Njoku alluded to it. He said, Jacoby, since he's been here, there's obviously been a lot of stuff going on with this Cleveland Browns organization, everything that's gone on with Deshaun Watson. Jacoby takes over, and he's just been even-killed this entire time. And as a veteran on a younger team, he is that presence for those guys, and you saw that tonight. not only Jacoby, but Stefanski too, Kevin Stefanski, for him to right the ship and get the guys going and get them right back for this Thursday night game to come out and perform. It was a special win for them.
Final score, the Browns over the Steelers 29-17. When we come back, Scott Graham rejoins us with the postgame report. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, it only takes 15 pounds of pressure to break a window. Something you probably do know, your neighbor practices chipping in the backyard. Something you probably don't know, a golf ball through your window would also take out your TV. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. That's subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
The NFL returns to London.
Y'all know what time it is.
Football is back on the world stage.
It's showtime.
Live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on NFL Network. Vikings. Saints.
Touchdown New Orleans.
Wake up early and watch with the world. It's Sunday Morning Football. Sunday, October 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Hey, football fans, don't miss your local games or that last-second field goal. All you need is an antenna hooked up to your TV, and you can see live football for free. That's right, free. No subscription, no fees, no credit card info required, just your TV and an antenna. And then live sports news and other popular shows are yours for free. Go to thefreetvproject.org. That's thefreetvproject.org to get started. Thefreetvproject.org. Antennas up, game on. Furnished by EW Scripps.
Here's a message just for the attorneys out there. So you passed the bar, joined a firm, or even built your own. Now are you finding out that you're doing more administration than actual law practice? Lexicon can help. Lexicon is a legal technology provider with over a decade of experience streamlining administrative tasks like timekeeping, billing, and more, so you can focus on maximizing billable hours and increasing client satisfaction. Call 855-4LEXICON or visit lexiconservices.com/go to learn more.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. From the Progressive Insurance Studios, I'm Scott Graham. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online. Bundle today at progressive.com. Thursday Night Football tonight in Cleveland. Two teams in the AFC North. Wins in their first week, disappointing losses in the second, perhaps more so for the Browns, who watched a game get away at home inside the final 2 minutes. But both of these teams coming out, and you knew that this was going to be a nose-to-the-grindstone, typical AFC North game. That's exactly what we ended up getting. The defense is dominated for a good chunk of the first quarter. Ultimately, though, past the halfway mark of that first quarter, Cleveland took over at their own 40-yard line. When they did, it was after a missed field goal for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they used that as a launching pad. The other launching pad was Nick Chubb's 36-yard run to get them into Steeler territory. Ultimately, it was a passing play that drew first blood in this one.
2nd and 9 with 3 minutes to go here in the first. Cleveland driving from the 11th. Brissett rifles over the middle. Caught! Touchdown! Amari Cooper! That was a dime from Jacoby Brissett. And the Browns strike first.
That's one of 7 catches on the night for Cooper on 11 targets in his second straight 100-yard game. Extra point was good, and Cleveland was on top by a score of 7-0. However, Pittsburgh answered right back again. As they took over at their own 25-yard line, they put together their first sustained drive of the night, helped in part by a marvelous one-handed catch by George Pickens on a gain of 36 yards. But they went to the bread truck to tie the game.
Harris sets up in the backfield. First and goal at the 5. They'll have a shift now with Watt, strong side right. Shotgun, Trubisky. Handoff. Harris running to his left. Harris breaks away first wave and takes it in for the touchdown.
The extra point from Boswell was good. It was a 7-7 game, that coming on the very first play of the second quarter. As a matter of fact, there was a bit of a flurry back and forth between these two teams in terms of lengthy scoring drives, one answering the other. Cleveland got the ball back and, taking over at their own 21-yard line, put together a 12-play drive that took almost 6 minutes off the clock before all was said and done. They were 7 yards away from pay dirt. It's time now for the audible highlight of the game.
Three tight end formation. Cleveland looking to take the lead. They shift Harrison Bryant to the left side. Brissett operating from the gun. Receivers on either side. Brissett to throw it. Fires. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Njoku climbs the ladder. A laser beam from Brissett. Cleveland goes in front.
That's the highlight of the game, sponsored by Audible. Audible is where you'll find the best stories on sports and entertainment. It's the home of storytelling. Listen to audiobooks, originals, and podcasts, including The Rich Eisen Show. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com. The extra point was no good, so Cleveland's lead was just 6 points, and immediately the Steelers made them pay for that on another extended drive. Taken over at their own 25-yard line, it took them 10 plays to march down the field, and again, better than 5 minutes off the clock. These teams were both eating up yardage and time. They were just 1 yard away, were the Steelers, to get the equalizer late in the second.
Steelers looking to regain the lead. Second and goal, under 4 minutes to go, first half. Shotgun. Trubisky fakes it. Trubisky running to the right, dives, touchdown! Trubisky propels himself into the end zone.
So the 1 yard run got the game tied, and then Boswell hit the extra point to put the Steelers up by a 14-13 score. That's where we stood in this one at halftime. And that, by the way, after the flurry of back and forth drives, is where the scoring really stopped. Not a whole lot going on early in the third quarter of this one, save a 7-minute drive for the Cleveland Browns, which they took 14 plays to move the ball some 70 yards, but came up short of the end zone. York hit a 34-yard field goal, though, to put Cleveland in front by a 16-14 score. And it was early in the fourth quarter where things really started to move once again for the Browns, and as it turned out, this was the drive of the game. 11 plays and 80 yards. Began late in the third quarter, took more than 6.5 minutes off the clock. One big play was a Jacoby Brissett throw to Amari Cooper. That was a pass play. That was the only pass play on this extended drive. They were down close and had a couple of opportunities, but Kareem Hunt got turned away twice. It came down to a fourth down play. The Browns decided if they were going to try to punch it in, they were going to the other running back.
7 offensive linemen in this formation. On fourth down, back set up in the eye. Brissett hands it off. Chubb goes airborne. He's in. Touchdown. The Browns get the score. Chubb goes up top for 6. And Cleveland extends the lead.
23 carries, 113 yards, and a touchdown for Nick Chubb. Gets once again to the century mark. The extra point was good, and so now you had yourself a 2-score game. Ultimately, the Steelers did get down into Browns territory late in the ballgame. They elected, because they needed 2 scores, to kick a field goal and then start quaking in your boots, Browns fan, an onside kick attempt. As it turned out, that ball ended up going out of bounds. The Steelers were offside anyway. Cleveland tried to see if they could run out the clock, but they came up short of doing so. So they punted it away to the Steelers, who were back at their own 4-yard line with a chance to run one play. They were down by 6. They needed a touchdown, so you needed a lot of laterals and some sort of a wild play. As it turned out, it wasn't good at all. Najee Harris ended up getting stripped of the ball. Denzel Ward fell on it as the clock went to all zeros, and Ward was in the end zone. So it changed the final outcome of the game, the final score of the game. Changed, I would imagine, the betting line and probably some fantasy players as well, as the Browns win this one by a score of 29-17 tonight. Cleveland is now 2-1 on the year. The Steelers are 1-2. Up next, we're going to head back to the field for some final thoughts. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show. Live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
Serving you, the most dedicated and passionate fan base in sports, the college football fan. Start your day with Dusty and Danny at 7 Eastern.
I'm fired up, man. Can't wait.
Then take a full ride with Coach and the Show Pony.
And is there anything more profound than what we get to do as Americans on Saturdays in the fall?
College Sports Today's cast of characters take over at noon.
There's a rundown, and then there's what happens on the show.
Then go off campus until 7. ESPNU Radio, Sirius XM 84, and the SXM app.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Mad Dog Russo here. Familiar? You should be. Well, now you can catch Mad Dog's Daily Bite each day as a podcast, where you'll hear my thoughts and opinions on the biggest topics around the world of sports. NFL, baseball, golf, NBA, even the hockey. That you know you can count on. That's Mad Dog's Daily Bite. Drops daily anywhere you get your podcast. And you can also hear me weekdays 3 to 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Unleashed, Sirius XM Channel 82, or anytime on the SXM app.
Touchdown! NFL fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SXM app. Just search for your favorite team on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra content from select clubs, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SXM app. Download it and search for your team today.
Game show on Westwood 1. I'm Scott Graham. Our final score tonight, the Cleveland Browns 29, the Pittsburgh Steelers 17. With more on tonight's game, let's rejoin Ian Eagle and Jason McCourty at First Energy in Cleveland. Guys?
All right, Scott, thank you so much. You could feel the stress level building towards the end of this game with Browns fans wanting to see their team get to the finish line, something they couldn't do last week against the New York Jets, something they eventually did in Week 1 against Carolina. Browns fans walked out of here happy because Cleveland got a big win, and it was a nice bounce back from what took place against the Jets on Sunday. Overview of what you saw from Cleveland. What impressed you about them offensively tonight?
Jacoby Brissett. I think going into the game, we all had an idea. Nick Chubb, he was going to get the ball. He was going to run the ball. He had over 100 yards rushing. Kareem Hunt, the change of pace, those two guys. But Jacoby Brissett being able to make throw after throw, the Browns going out there, lining up in empty sets, getting the ball out of his hands quickly. They were able to do some things to get going offensively with the ball in the air, I think, which opened up things for Nick Chubb on the ground.
Second half, time of possession nearly double in favor of the Cleveland Browns. So when it was time to use clock, when it was time to go to the bread and butter, the Browns did that, but Brissett did make big throws and set a tone in this game that they could pass, and obviously Njoku had a career night. Brissett finished 21 of 31, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper also good numbers, 7 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown, and the Njoku touchdown grab. And overall, when they needed a play, Njoku was a nice security blanket for Jacoby Brissett.
Play after play, he just decided to go to him, and Njoku was lining up inside in that slot position, getting one-on-one with those Steelers linebacker, whether it was Devin Bush, whether it was Miles Jack. He had an opportunity to work those guys in. Like you just said, Ian, Jacoby was just so well-tempered throughout the game, and we saw him on a 3rd and inches. He picks up the first down, and he's QB sneak, and he picks up 5 yards, and he's pumping his fist, and he's screaming, and he's fired up, and you just saw the way the guys rallied behind him and kept it going to finish off the fourth quarter.
All right, Jason, time to select the Geico drive of the game. What are you going with here?
Oh, this is an easy one. The 11-play drive in the fourth quarter, they pick up 80 yards, true 6 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock, and Chubb finishes it off with a 1-yard touchdown to put them up 23-14. And it was so impressive because they just continued to line up one receiver sets, extra offensive linemen in the game. There was no surprise what was going down. Chubb's in the backfield. We're handing the ball off to him. Jump cuts here, grabbing, throwing people off of him, and it was just exciting to watch, and it was the big boy physical football.
That's the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Credit given to the offense. Also give credit to the defense. The secondary did an excellent job. They were dealing with injuries at the linebacker position. Other players stepped forward. A very tough injury. Anthony Walker Jr., that left leg. It is a knee injury. But Jacob Phillips, he carried his weight. Tony Fields came in and made some things happen. And even though it wasn't a big night for Myles Garrett, the Cleveland defense did more than enough. Let's flip it to the other side. What's your takeaway here with Pittsburgh? You know, and everybody here heard it throughout the week, the question marks about Trubisky, about Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator. Those questions are not going to go away. If anything, they'll probably intensify with the extra days in between now and the Steelers' next game when they host the Jets in Week 4.
Without a doubt, and if there was any thought process of going with Kenny Pickett, there'll be extra days this week coming off the Thursday night game. More than enough time to get him prepared to go against a Jets football team. And Mr. Trubisky was not awful tonight. He played a solid game, made a lot of the right decisions. Matt Canada even dialed up a few more shots. The George Pickens one-hand catch. We saw a few shots to Deontay Johnson. Maybe didn't come down with the ball. The thing that stuck out to me the most with Trubisky, fourth quarter when it was time to make throws to go out there and attempt to come back and win this game, they were not there. So this coaching staff has a decision to make. Do they think Kenny Pickett can be the spark to get the offense going?
Time to select the Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game, and it was upsetting if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan because you still had a chance. They kicked the field goal late to make it a one-score game. You line up for an onside kick. The Jets converted it last week, gave themselves a chance, won the game. What happened this time when the Steelers lined up?
George Pickens lined up on the outside, a wide receiver, a guy that may not always be used to being on those special teams units, being on kickoff. He's blatantly offsides on the play. And whether they would have recovered it or not, it would have come back and it would have been Cleveland's ball. And a night like tonight, George Pickens, he's going to go on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and he's going to see him making that one-hand grab side by side with Odell Beckham's grab. When he walks in that team meeting tomorrow, Mike Tomlin's going to have a totally different energy for him because that was a play that could have been the difference between winning and losing.
That is our Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea, or upset stomach. Use Pepto-Bismol Fast Relief when you need it most. So the Browns get the win. They improve to 2-1. The Steelers take the loss. They fall to 1-2. This AFC North should be competitive throughout the season. We expect Cincinnati to find its footing at some point. Baltimore still has a lot of talent, but if you're the Browns, got to feel good about what you did here, and after 3 games to improve to 2-1, getting the victory at home over the Pittsburgh Steelers, 29-17. All right, Jason, you got one in the books, man. One in the books in the broadcast booth.
Exciting. I had a ton of fun. I ain't getting a chance to work with you. Made it all the better. I had a blast, and you made it easy for me, so thank you.
What a partner you are. And I do have to pass along to those out there, Jason is still living and dying with each play. There's body gesticulations, there's facial expressions, there's head leans when a defensive back is out of position. So you were feeling the game throughout your body over the course of the night.
100%. I almost felt like walking down on one of these sidelines and going out there and coaching the DBs as I'm watching the game. I'm all in. I just loved the game of football. It was a blast.
Yeah, and your passion came through. You crushed it. Jason, it was really a pleasure. We're going to do it again down the road.
I love that.
And you have a show in about 90 minutes. So good luck with that. Right now we're going to send it back to Scott Graham. Scott is moments away from hitting his pillow, but he's got some final words coming up in our Westwood One studio. Scott.
All right, thank you very much, guys. We are going to wrap things up when we return. Once again, our final score, Cleveland 29, Pittsburgh 17. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood
One. MyPillow is having their biggest bed sheet sale ever. The MyPillow Percale sheets are available in a variety of colors, and all sizes are on sale. For example, the queen size, regular price $89.98, now only $39.98 with your promo code. Order now, as there's a very limited supply. The MyPillow Percale sheets are breathable and have a cool, crisp feel. They have deep pockets to fit over any mattress. These come with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code Westwood to receive the MyPillow Percale sheets for as low as $29.98. Order now, because when they're gone, they're gone. Or call 800-653-7485 and use promo code Westwood.
Final score, Cleveland 29, Pittsburgh 17. You've been listening to Westwood One's coverage of Thursday Night Football. Tonight's broadcast has been sponsored by Mercedes-Benz Vans, by Progressive Insurance, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by AutoZone, and by NFL.com. I want to thank our crew for this evening. Studio coordinator Art Martinez. Production assistance provided by Brendan Gulick and Jonathan Peterlin. Our statistician, Tom Blazak. Spotter Jim Stamos. Engineer Al Rosenberg. Studio producer Larry Costigan. Production supervisors Aaron Cummins and Brian Finkelstein. Coordinating producer Mike Eby. The executive producer of Westwood One Sports is Howard Deneroff. Join us again this Sunday night for more NFL action. The San Francisco 49ers travel to the Mile High City to take on the Denver Broncos. Ryan Radke and Mike Golick will have all the excitement. Then on Monday night, the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants renew their NFC East rivalry. Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner bring you all the action from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Pre-game coverage with NFL Network's Rich Eisen kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And finally, 1 week from tonight, Miami heads to Cincinnati to battle the Bengals. You can catch all those games right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or streamed live for free on our website, WestwoodOneSports.com. Once again, the final tonight from Cleveland, the Browns 29, the Steelers 17. Now for Ryan Eagle and Jason McCourty, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
You've been listening to the National Football League on Sirius XM Radio. For a full list of games and channels, go to SiriusXM.com/NFL schedule. We now return you to the program regularly scheduled at this time.